Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and many years ago when I was a young man in the Marine Corps, I learned about the 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Now, you can't control what's happening with the stock market, but you can control how you plan for it. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have been helping our clients with the 5 Ps for years. We have hearts of teachers and will never complicate by using financial jargon. Our fee structure is transparent. The more you make, the more we make. The majority of our clients come from other financial advisors. Isn't it time for a second opinion to allow Trajan Wealth to help you with the 5 Ps too? Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone guarantees the best live comedy experience, welcoming the top touring talent to our stage. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Mo Ammer. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, the insurance company may make you a quick offer to go away. They may also be offering you pennies on the dollar. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Score used cars from $89.88. It's a win at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers. And
how do you do this thing, huh?
It's been a while, weeks, and Sabrina is back with us today. We'll hopefully hear a little bit about her journey to Italy at some point here.
Extended, unbeknownst to me, extended journey.
Oh, it got stretched out longer than you thought it was going to, huh?
Just a little bit, considering the COVID. But here I am, baby.
I thought you were saying you got stuck over in Italy.
Oh, no,
you were stuck in Italian territory for some reason. Yeah. Ooh.
Grazie mille.
I, too, went to Italy. Mine was just in Epcot. So very, very similar, but just a slight difference on my trip.
Are you a regular there now, or is it another country?
Only been there twice, but really love it. Beautiful place to be. All right, we got a lot to touch on a Wednesday. Of course, we got Fritz on the Street coming up later on today.
Oh, baby.
The showdown is on, and we'll see what happens in a couple hours.
What are the chances Sabrina's been keeping up with the news this whole time she's been gone?
Zero.
How do you say zero in Italian?
Text alerts, maybe, or something. The biggest stuff maybe squeaked through.
Yeah, according to my Instagram feed, it's Diddy, Emmys, and then Diddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the craziest thing that's happened is this thing yesterday with Israel blowing up all these pagers, these Hezbollah dudes, and they injured thousands and thousands and thousands of them.
2,700 people were injured?
And then several killed, or over a dozen killed, I think. And then today, right around the same exact time, they blew up all their walkie-talkies. And another round of explosions has gone off.
That's
and
wild.
There was a dude who was at a funeral for his friend whose pager blew up and he died. And the dude's walkie-talkie blew up and he died.
Oh.
I was like, wow. This is next
That's crazy
level
technology.
Yeah, I don't know how you're able to pull this stuff off. I say life is not like James Bond, but this is really like James Bond. We'll get into the details of what happened with that attack in a bit. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And here we go. We're going to a flight. This is Avianca Airlines. This was in Colombia, and I hate to say it, things weren't going well on board this flight. Let's tune in. Extreme turbulence.
Hell no.
Now, before anybody panics, no injuries here. This is just them freaking out as they think they're dropping out of the sky. That's the real issue that you have going on here. I feel like C-Lane would still be chilling.
Probably.
C-Lane hasn't even popped out.
Stop your whining.
He hasn't even popped out an AirPod yet. He's just chilling. What is everybody freaking out about? Why are you guys all praying right now? What is happening here? Relax, please. There's the pilot. So it really was rocking and rolling for a while there on this flight over Colombia. Thankfully, everybody is okay. But
I think the most annoying part as an American would be on this overseas international flight, and they're trying to calm everybody down, and I don't know what the hell they're saying.
You're like, please tell me what she's saying.
It's okay.
Somebody translate. That always reminds me immediately of the moment I was in severe turbulence and the Indian woman next to me grabbed me by my arm and she starts saying things to me. She's like, oh, help. And I go, lady, you are on your own. And I cannot help you out. I'm sorry, but here we are.
And she'll remember that for the rest of her life and haunt you when she passes.
Yeah, she'll say there was this man and he was so weak. He was so weak in this moment. He could not help me on this flight.
I would probably try to learn the question, are we crashing, in the foreign language, and then I'd mess it up somehow and tell everybody we're crashing.
I mean, does the Wi-Fi still work when you're headed downwards towards your death?
You try to say, is the plane crashing? And you somehow, in a mistranslation, say, I am crashing the plane. And everybody on the flight is like, whoa!
That's frowned upon.
What's this guy doing back here? But yes, Sabrina, you are right. Diddy is one of the big headlines. I was kind of surprised. Courtney was not. Courtney goes, yeah, of course he's a huge flight risk. I didn't really consider it that much. I just thought he'd get bail. But he didn't get bail.
Not.
He didn't get bail. He's going to be behind bars maybe for the totality of this trial, which could be a long, long time.
And I don't even think that it is as much as the risk of him fleeing as it is what he's been trying to do to get people to not be witnesses or victims. All the evidence that he's been calling harassing people, the racketeering of it all, absolutely makes sense that they should not let him out.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of it. They don't want him tampering with any sort of witnesses, and they don't want this to get even more complicated than it is.
Well, I have another thought on that because, they said, I think he offered, and I only heard this on the way in, he offered like a lot of money, $50 million in bail.
Yeah.
And so he's got the funds, right? And
they don't care about the money.
He wanted to be able to travel to South Florida. I think his place is in South Florida, where he's got like people and boats. Like, they said that they were like he couldn't have acted alone on all this. He had to have help. Well, they haven't arrested anybody else, so all these people are free to do whatever they want. And if he has $50 million to throw at bail, he has a lot more money to throw at people and go, hey.
Shut your mouth.
Covert operation. We're going to go at 3 a.m. We're getting on this boat. We're getting the F out of here, and we're going to this island that doesn't have extradition or whatever. Fuel up the yacht. I got money to keep us going for years and years and years and years.
How far a boat ride is it to Cuba if you wanted to go to Cuba?
Not too bad.
That's not far at all.
You could see it from the keys, right?
You could stay there, and I'm sure they would not extradite you to the United States of America. And if you're somebody like Diddy, you might even be able to transfer your wealth there. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. He's a flight risk, and I know a lot of people
more
have
of a
been
boat than flight. I think.
True. I know a lot of people have been hard on Diddy in the last 24 hours or so, and I wanted to say something in defense of Diddy. In this, no, I have no.
Okay,
he's a terrible human being. Seems like he's a real bad guy.
Woof.
I am not stepping up for this.
He's been telling us the whole time, bad boy for life.
He was not lying.
And now in jail for life, almost.
His attorney is still claiming he's going to win this. He's going to beat the case.
But what are we going to do with all that lube, Sean?
My biggest questions are, and we talked about this for just a bit yesterday. But, okay, let's go back. I know I heard the Monsters mention this at the end of their show. But Cat Williams started talking about this. Don't go to these parties, et cetera, et cetera. And what do they call them? Freak parties that Diddy was having, freak-offs. And you know a lot of celebrity names were invited to and went to these parties. And now they say that they videotaped a lot of stuff at these freak-offs, and that was used to kind of blackmail famous people and get them to do what Diddy wanted them to do.
It sounds like Cat Williams might actually be the Hannibal Buress of the Diddy situation.
Yes, absolutely. But with all that in mind, I'm struggling because on one hand I go, what if there's all these celebrities that really didn't know what was going on and they were just invited to one of these parties? Are we going to hear their names? Are we going to even see what was on these videos, or will they black that out?
You saw we saw yesterday on the show the immense size of Diddy's mansion. You could potentially be invited to this party, have a great time at this party, just party your ass off at this party,
freak off,
and never get invited to the freak off room. Never even know it was going on.
Yeah,
That's
you could.
Weird.
You could, and then all of a sudden, what does it look like? Epstein's logs.
Yeah.
If your name was on there, even if you went and had like a normal business meeting with Epstein on the island, you're like, everything's above board. You're on the logs. Your name is garbage. Your name is mud because you now are associated with the worst things that happened with this person, whether you like it or not. And the troublesome thing is I really want to know. I want to know what kind of names were going to these parties and what was happening there.
The details of and the amount of evidence will probably determine who is victim, who is happenstance, and who is absolutely involved in this.
Well, we also talked about the fact that he videotaped a lot of these freak-offs, so potentially you could weed out the people that may have shown up to these parties and not even known they were going on, and the people that were in the freak-off room freaking right off.
This is going to be a crazy story.
Absolutely,
it's just following this. And is this a federal trial?
Yeah.
Or so we're probably not going to get cameras then in the courtroom.
No, I mean, they've already started putting out like the courtroom depictions, like the drawings. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, usually we have some entertainment in how ugly they make the celebrities look. This artist isn't that bad. Yeah. I think that they should go back to the caricature artists and make it even uglier.
Oh, they could make it in the real art world, maybe. Here's his attorney on CNN. Let's see what he said.
Not only does your client pose a flight risk, because obviously he's incredibly wealthy, has access to planes and a lot of staff, even though you said he turned over his passport to you months ago. They were also worried about him being able to interfere with witnesses and calling them. And so I guess the question is, how do you assure the court that...
The thing is, he's known this investigation has been going on for a while.
Well, yeah, they raided his house many months ago at this point, right?
And he probably knew before that because everybody around him was getting questioned. So he's just been sitting there waiting. In fact, I think he might have moved his stuff to a different place because he knew he was going to have to turn himself in at some point. Like, he knew this was all coming down.
It won't happen if prosecutors are saying this is someone who's attempted to bribe security staff and has already threatened and interfered with witnesses.
So I think the most important thing, even more important than the passport, is that Mr. Combs came to New York on September 5th. As soon as we realized that this indictment was going to be coming down in a matter of weeks, maybe months, but sometime soon, Mr. Combs got on a plane, left his home in Florida, flew to New York. I called the prosecutors myself. I said, Mr. Combs is in New York. Do you want to know where he is? If you want to know where he is, I'll tell you where he is. But he wants to surrender. He's here to surrender. They didn't want him to surrender because if he surrenders, they don't get to the judge that he's a flight risk and he's a danger. Because who, as a danger and a flight risk, would fly to New York and surrender? So they didn't want to.
That's such dumb logic. So you would go to New York and you would turn yourself in so you weren't a wanted man on the run. And then when they were processing you and you were waiting for the court case to start, like many other people have done, that's the point when you would flee. Because he probably thought, hey, there's no way they're going to keep me behind bars during this trial. And I think this is really going to take a while. It seems like there's a lot to process here. Just from the press conference yesterday and them talking about the freak out parties and freak off parties. The extent to which this investigation went seems like it's going to go on for a while. There are 49 witnesses and one victim, his attorney says. I say that because count number 2, which is the sex trafficking count, has victim number 1, and there's no victim number 2 anywhere in the indictment. He says Diddy's going to beat this whole thing, yada, yada, yada. He's charged with multiple crimes, facing over 100 years in prison.
And, they were like, oh, he went to New York. I think TMZ has, and I'm looking for it, but there's been here we go, yeah. Diddy yucking it up with fans in Manhattan shortly before feds arrested him. Like, he was, out in public, never seemed happier on the streets of his hometown of New York Monday night. A scene that offered no hint the music mogul was soon to end up in federal custody facing a criminal indictment. He was just on a darkened street with several excited fans.
Do you think he had one more freak off before it all went down?
Come on, guys.
I think he went to one more club or something. On a darkened street in Midtown Manhattan, approximately 30 minutes before federal agents arrested him at the Park Hyatt Hotel nearby.
Man, I wonder if he expected that. I don't think he did. Well, judging by what C-Lane just said, it seems like he thought he was going to be fine.
He was out fist bumping.
Not anymore.
Benjamin's baby.
Not anymore. Now he's behind bars and will be for a while. Okay, we have tons of stuff to go through on the show today. As I said, we got Fritz on the street coming up in just a little bit. And when we come back, I made a huge mistake and currently feeling very, very bad about something that I've said recently. This will all make sense. I'll explain this when we come back. And we're also going to hear from you. Your dispatches. How do you send those over, you ask? Well, it's very easy. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off a dispatch. Whatever's on your mind is fine by us. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's happening? Hoping your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Although there are delays you should know about, including eastbound of I-4 near the Lake Mary Rest area. 2 lanes are blocked there, causing a delay. Also, a lane is blocked southbound on the Turnpike that's near Scrub J Lane, approaching mile marker 280. Beside that, your usual delay approaching 535 eastbound on I-4, but the Greenway and 408 are clear. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Volt Home. Go solar with Volt Home, a Sonova dealer. Empower your home with clean, affordable energy right from your rooftop. For more info on special offers, dial pound 250 on your cell and say keyword Volt Home. That's pound 250 Volt Home. You have the option to receive a one-time automated text message from iHeartMedia.
We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest headliners in live music will be taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.
Plus, some special surprises and moments you are not going to want to miss.
Stream only on Hulu this Friday and Saturday, starting at 10:30 p.m.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
And welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Every morning brings new opportunities. That's why I love McDonald's new limited time breakfast deal. For just $5, I can mix and match 2 of my favorite breakfast sandwiches to make all new flavor combinations. Today, I'm starting my morning with a sausage McMuffin with egg and an Egg McMuffin for just $5. Tomorrow, I may mix it up with 2 Egg McMuffins. So, it's a new day, but the same great 2 for $5 deal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price. What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them air cup-ditioners. Air cup-ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Southern-style sweet tea, frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, and, of course, iced coffee. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. I bought a pair of Jordan 5s off eBay. They went through the authentication process. When they got here, something was wrong with them. I put them on and they immediately self-destructed. I contacted eBay. They said they weren't responsible. I filed multiple emails, photos, complaints. I didn't stop till I won. That's what I did for a pair of tennis shoes. Imagine what I would do for you. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333, offices Orlando.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like One Hit Wonders Radio. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember. And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search One Hit Wonders, and listen now, commercial free. Free never sounded so good.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
You can learn about the show, you can join the show, and you can see what other people have been sending in as far as dispatches go. That's available all over at thenewsjunkie.com. I must apologize for something. I feel pretty bad at the moment here, and I just learned this about 15 minutes ago or so, because I'd watched a movie trailer recently, and Courtney and I have taken to watching all these videos they release each week of all the new trailers. And then, of course, when you go to the theaters, you see the trailers for the movie, which I think is just getting longer and longer. And there's a commercial for Skittles, and there's a commercial for some soda. And oh, my God. We were worried the other day because we couldn't find a parking spot. Because if you go Saturday night to the movie theater we go to, it is impossible to park in the parking lot where the movies are. It's so packed in there. And we were 10 minutes late, and I'm freaking out. I hate being late. And we haul ass in.
Like 10 minutes late, as in you're missing the previews.
Movie start time was, let's say it was 7:30. We walked into the door of the theater at 7:40 something.
Whoa.
And then we are going to get popcorn and some waters. And so it takes even a little bit longer. And we end up walking in maybe 16 minutes after the stated start time. And the trailer still hadn't started. It was still commercials in the theater. It was still that just straight up commercials are ram jamming down your throat. So I saw the preview for this because A24 makes every other movie now. Blumhouse makes the other ones. And A24 had this movie, and it has a character in it that's really interesting that is this person here. And it's a movie called The Different Man. If you're watching, you see this guy. And I said, whoa. Oh, man. I said, they really did an awesome job. The appliances here, I've seen a lot of this kind of Hollywood commercial work where they're doing real, actual physical special effects. And this guy looks amazing. And the story is pretty interesting. It's about this guy going through troubles in life because of the way he looks, and then he gets facial reconstructive surgery, and then they make a movie
All
about
right,
him
I think
afterwards.
We're good here. Let's go back to Sean. It is freaking me out.
What, you don't want to look at that guy?
It's a lot.
Get ready to get ready to be with me on this. That's a real dude.
No
That's
way.
not. Yes,
No
I had
way.
no
Show
idea.
me more pictures then in real life.
This is a real guy. I swear to God, I thought it was all kinds of things that they
What's
put
his
on
name?
his face. The guy's name, hang on, let me bring it up here, because I guess he's been in other movies. Sebastian Stan is the guy's name. I have never heard of him, and I know that because if I had seen this man, I would remember
Now,
that.
Sean, Google
This is-
Sebastian Stan.
All right, I will. Hold on, I'll bring this up. He
Not
has
the same beautiful man I'm looking at right now.
Hang on, Sebastian
You're going to
Stan.
go laugh with Sebastian?
Not with this guy. No, that's the actor. I'm sorry, that's the actor who's playing the part. This guy gets obsessed with somebody who's playing him in a movie, and Sebastian Stan is the actor. I'm trying to figure out what the actual guy's name is, because that's a real dude. That's his actual face, and he has a condition, and this whole movie is about him. Let me bring up the Wikipedia for this. I'll put it on See It Now since there's a big visual
Adam
here.
Pearson.
Okay, Adam Pearson is the guy's name. It says A Different Man is a 2024 American black comedy psychological thriller. It's directed by Aaron Schimberg and starring Sebastian Stan and Adam Pearson. And Adam Pearson has this neurofibromatosis.
So Adam Pearson looks a little bit different from the image you showed. But yes, like I could see where the inspiration was drawn from. If you want to.
No. Adam Pearson is that dude. Look at this. This is him on his Wikipedia page.
Right, but the image you showed was Sebastian Stan as him.
Oh,
That's a different guy, yeah.
Okay, so they're both in this trailer. I just did a freeze frame on one version of it because they show them both and they show all the stuff that's happening. So he really has those deformities, and he was in a movie called Under the Skin. I'm also not familiar with that.
Under the Skin.
And I don't know if he can even see or anything. It says Adam Pearson was born in London in 1985, along with his identical twin brother, Neil. After he hit his head at the age of 5, the resultant bump persisted instead of healing. So he was born just like his twin brother, and then he hit his head and he had a little bump on his head. The bump stayed, and they said he was diagnosed with neurofibromatosis type 1, which causes non-cancerous tumors to grow on nerve tissue. Both Adam and his brother Neil have the condition, which manifests very differently between them. But on him, his face is very warped as a result of this. Somebody said Under the Skin was wild. I haven't seen that, but I really liked the trailer for this one and how the guy had these facial deformities and then got them fixed and still struggled with things, struggled with how he was taking all of it in. Again, let me get a snapshot of this so I can put it up on See It Now. A Different Man is the name of the movie, and you'll start to see that a lot more.
What's it about? Like, is it a thriller? I mean, obviously, now that we've covered
comedy.
what?
A black comedy.
Okay. So
as in a dark comedy. Yeah. A comedy with different things going on that are not quite as funny. So they get the funny out of the unfunny traditionally territory. I'm going to put the trailer up on See It Now so you could take a peek at this guy. But it's something very strange and interesting. And I'm definitely going to watch this when it comes out. A Different Man trailer. Got it for you. There we go. It's up on See It Now over on thenewsjunkie.com. Before we dive into you and your dispatches, speaking of people with things going on with their face, that guy in Nashville, that story is exploding now. And
like his head.
Like his head, very much so. So we talked about this dude who, according to a tipster on the email side of things, said, hey, there's a guy in downtown Nashville who's missing a significant chunk of his head, and his brains are just hanging out. And so when the email tipster brought this up, nobody was talking about this. It's
like he's got a little skylight. They're just right in his forehead.
It's like you could build a taco on his head.
There's a storage component to his skull now, which shouldn't be. I'm not a doctor, but I don't think it should be exposed to the open air. It seems like a bad thing to have just the wind blowing into your brain. But we talked about this. The video, when I posted the clip on Facebook, went viral, and everybody started discussing this. It was on Nashville, the subreddit, where they were talking about this. Now the other media outlets are starting to jump in, and everybody's desperately seeking help for this guy who's walking around Broadway in downtown Nashville. And I've seen more and more videos of this guy. They said he checked himself out of the hospital because the hospital wouldn't let him vape. He's that addicted to vaping or just doesn't want to be in the hospital. And they've said there's been multiple 911 calls from people trying to get this guy help. But it is one of these examples, and it's a good example that I'll probably use in the future. It's a good example because we see people clearly in need of help in public, and the cops go, ooh, what do we do? What do we do? There's a guy with his skull wide open. Clearly he should be in the hospital.
Well,
but
I mean,
we can't force him to go to the hospital.
Right. He has every right to walk around with his skull open.
Yeah, and what's the right thing to do? The right thing to do would be to grab that dude off the street, go figure out all the things that are wrong with him, get him fixed up, get him bandaged up, and send him back out into the world so he can tackle it. But we run into these problems that we sometimes have because there's beautiful things about the freedoms we have in this country, but you run into some tripwires. You can't just grab this guy and dart him and bring him into the hospital. He's allowed to say, nope, I'd rather vape on the streets with my brain wide open. I'd rather tackle the world that way every single day. Should that be the way we handle this? Would it be okay to forcefully grab this man, bring him in, get him the help he needs, and then release him afterwards?
Well, because also, how long can you survive just walking around with your brain exposed like that? It can't be good for you. You can have any number of things just falling in there, touching your brain. That's not good.
Infections are deadly. Infections can absolutely kill you. And when your body is just exposed.
But is it an open wound?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. It's just head is wide open. His head, they didn't put anything in there to seal it off.
Maybe there's like a film on something. I mean, he's been able to make it this far.
He's
you would
alive
see
still.
some redness and oozing if it was infected.
Well, he doesn't look okay.
Right.
If I can make that radical statement. He looks like he's dealing with some stuff. It seems like this guy should be somewhere else. But should we just grab those people and force them to get that help? Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. No way this is true. Somebody's saying they were at a freak party, one of these Diddy parties. I don't believe this. Plus, Fart the Bunny being your dispatch name.
Oh, how dare you, Sean?
It doesn't immediately lend credibility to your story, but I'll hear you out.
Guys, I used to live in L.A., and I got invited to one of these parties in the hills, and there was a velvet rope of an area for the upstairs part where I was not allowed to go. And I won't name names, but I did see a few high-name celebrities walking around up there, but I was told that is a no-no zone. So it was definitely one of those freak parties.
Really? He's saying in a club.
Touch me in my no-no zone.
I thought he had that at his house.
Yeah, I think they were at his house. And he said one of the parties in the hills, and there was a velvet rope. So maybe it was at the house. It was at a house at the very least. And they said something was going on upstairs. There was high-name celebrities. It was definitely one of those freak parties. Well, we'll toss it out there. We'll see if anybody can connect with that and maybe add some details. We want to hear from you, and you are just one dispatch away. Go to thenewsjunkie.com on your phone, Android, iPhone, whatever you got. Send us your dispatch right now. Some bad news. A legendary rock band sang, "No more sayonara."
No.
We got to hang up the guitars, put the drumsticks on the shelves, and we are calling it quits. Who is this rock band that shall play no more, that you can no longer see live? We're going to find out together. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show for Animal House, the Humane Society of Lake County drops by to talk about Suds, Pups, and Pints. We'll talk to our buddy Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel for trivia, a pair of tickets to see Jim Gaffigan in January at the Kia Center. And we'll catch up with Ross Padgett about his new son, Miles. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for your Wednesday, we are going to be expecting a good amount of sunshine, at least through the early afternoon. After that, we begin to see shower and storm chances increase and pick up. We're looking at around a 30 to 40% chance of rain today, some of which could have some heavy downpours associated with them. Otherwise, plan for highs right around the low 90s both today and tomorrow, with drier conditions unfolding just in time for the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Pick Your Part. Daytona, Pick Your Part is open. Bring your tools and pull quality used auto parts at huge discounts. This Friday the 20th to Sunday the 22nd, take 25% off everything store-wide. Excludes admissions. More info at pyp.com. Pick Your Part, Daytona. Save big by pulling your own parts.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? Well, that mortgage guy Don will get you some numbers and explain the details, and then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. Get a quote today by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. Work with an expert and a friend that you could trust.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Start your engines for the Central Florida International Auto Show November 14th to the 17th at the Orange County Convention Center with hundreds of new and unique vehicles. Buy tickets now and save $2 per ticket at OrlandoAutoShow.com.
Ever wonder what a drink tastes like on Mars? Find out at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. On the evening of October 4th, they're hosting the 4th annual Mars Teeny Shake-Off. Local bars and restaurants compete to make out-of-this-world drinks, and you get to help judge the winner. Enjoy special menus, mingle with astronauts, and explore exhibits that showcase the future of space travel. Visit KennedySpaceCenter.com for more details about this special ticketed event. Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Go all the way and save. It's the Winning Drive sales event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Score new Nissans from 18.9 with no payments till 2025 and 0% interest. Touchdown at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Home with a lifetime warranty.
VIN number RL 897631. MSRP 20,050 plus taxes and fees with approved credit. The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like One Hit Wonders.
This is the story of a girl. I'm not sick, but I'm not well.
Just search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
Who is it? We're going to find out in just a moment. Plus, we'll hear from you. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com for your emails or send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Before we get to this legendary rock band calling it quits, I want to go over just how outstanding and amazing and strange this story is about what Israel has done over the last couple of days. All right, so in Lebanon, there's a group called Hezbollah. They are declared by many to be a terrorist group. They've been involved in some horrendous attacks. They commonly just fire off rockets at random civilians in Israel and celebrate when they die. They do all sorts of terrible, horrific things. And we've seen Israel and, in Gaza and what's happened with all these other fronts of the war that they've been on. Iran was supposed to respond. We got a response coming, and then nothing has happened yet. But Israel certainly made a move. Now, here's what is said to have happened here. I guess they had in place explosives in thousands and thousands of members of this group Hezbollah in their pagers. They still use pagers because they were afraid of Israel tracking their phone conversations and hacking their phones. Little did they know that the pagers would also be a problem. And Israel was waiting. They were going to wait until there was a full-scale war between them and Hezbollah, and then they were going to utilize this backdoor explosion that they had in all of their pagers. But
so it's been a minute that people have been walking around with these pagers, using them as normal,
Yep.
and inside an explosive.
All completely unaware until they said, like last week at some point, a couple of these guys started to get suspicious. And the moment Israel knew their cover was going to be blown, they said, we have to do something here. We might as well utilize this. We think these guys are bad guys. So before we get caught and we end up screwing up, let's just hit the button, send the text, and destroy all these pagers. These pagers all exploded, and thousands of people were hit with this and injured. And some of them even died. Over 12 people died. I don't know what the full count is going to be on this. And then you wake up the next day, and the headlines are, oh, there's more explosions in Lebanon. He said, oh, are there more pagers going off? Yes, there were. More pagers that didn't go off the previous day were exploded in Lebanon the next day. And they also blew up all these walkie-talkies that they had bombs in. So there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Hezbollah people who had their special walkie-talkies that were supposed to be secure, and those start blowing up all over the city. And you can even see it when you're watching the skyline, the city start to erupt with these little puffs of smoke from explosions that were going off. There's one there on the skyline if you're watching, and you see another one here, and you just start to see there's another one there. This is where all these people's walkie-talkies were being blown up. And I said, this is
massive
the most
explosions for a walkie-talkie.
Big explosions, clearly plastic explosives pack into these devices. And then I go, that's crazy. All this is so crazy. The new news is not even about the walkie-talkies or the pagers that exploded. The new news is now there are solar energy systems on houses that are owned by Hezbollah people that are also exploding. They had bombs in everything. And they started to just hit, boop, 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 hit the button. So they're blowing up their solar systems. They're blowing up their walkie-talkies. They're blowing up their pagers. And who knows what's next. But that is a story that somehow I think will be made into a movie in the future. It's next level operations that they're involved in. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Reef Break on YouTube says, we probably gave them the bomb. Not this. This is small stuff, plastic explosives. They wouldn't be getting this. The United States of America, for the most part, funds Israel's defense shield. It's called the Iron Dome. And when all these losers launch rockets at their cities, it's the Iron Dome that ends up taking it down. That's largely what we fund. We fund more than that, but that's largely what we fund. And also, I don't care how many of these guys get blown up. That's just me. Over to the world of rock and roll. There's a band that is calling it quits, a legendary band by the name of REO Speedwagon.
Oh, no.
That's it. No more REO Speedwagon. And when I heard this news, I said, that's unfortunate. And then I said, I know the name REO Speedwagon, but if you put a gun to my head, I couldn't name a song.
I think I could have come up with one of these, and then the other one, at least two of the others are definitely.
I feel like I could sing along. I would know the song, I think, but I do not know any song titles.
I'm not good with song titles.
Because I'm gonna
keep on loving you.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, I know that one. Is there another one?
And I can't
fight this feeling anymore.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was Boston.
No.
They sound kind of similar.
Yeah.
There's a similar sound going on there.
There was like
Take It on the Run.
Yep, Take It on the Run is one.
I don't think I know that
Take It on the Run, baby.
Oh, I do.
That's the way you want it, baby.
So it's very like power ballad. REO Speedwagon.
It's chill, sing-along, ballad rock.
If you told me there was a cover band that was going to come play REO Speedwagon, Boston, and Chicago, I think I'd be there. I think I'd be like, hell yes.
Why don't you become that cover band?
I got busy, man.
I got a baby now.
Bring the baby on stage.
I can't be an REO Boston Wagon or whatever cover band name is.
REO Boston.
Now, how many people, when hearing this news, are saying, I didn't realize they were still doing it?
I didn't know. I had no idea they were still touring out there.
Well,
It was a fight.
Also, how many original members are left on this thing?
I don't know. The craziest
How many
thing
wheels
is
on that Speedwagon?
you see how many of these old rock bands hate each other. And they said a rift between REO Speedwagon singer Kevin Cronin and bassist Bruce Hall has prompted the band to stop touring next year. Strangely enough, they're still going to finish this tour. But the band, which consists of Cronin, Hall, and Derek Hillen, Dave Amato, Brian Hitt, Matt Bissonette.
Their last gig on setlist.fm is September 8th of this year at the Kia Forum.
All right, so they just played not that long ago. And this is it. They're going to stop touring next year, they said. In a letter to their fans, they said Bruce intended to be back on the road again by now. And if we're up to just him, he'd be back on tour, but it's not up to just him. There's a consensus opinion that he had not recovered sufficiently to be able to perform, blah, 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 blah. And they were at odds with each other. They weren't getting along. This is on the tail of the Jane's Addiction stage fight, where the old men started pushing each other around, or one started pushing the other around.
That was something else.
And awkward old man fight plays out on the stage.
And that sucks. Didn't they just start that tour?
I think it didn't start that long ago, and people were really excited about it because
absolutely, and it sucks for the openers. I saw this morning that Dave Navarro released an official apology to them as well because it's all over, and that was probably a good payday for them.
Oh yeah, good exposure too. Yeah. And Dave Navarro, I don't think he really did anything wrong. I think he was just
he was from what I understand on point. Like Perry had started or too early or too late, and in order for the song to continue on as it was intended, I'm sure with backtracks and lighting and all that, he had to start his guitar solo.
Right.
And he went and tapped him, and he's like, hey, man, stop screaming into the mic. We got to keep going with the flow of it all. And that's when he tried to fight him.
He didn't take it well. Yeah, he didn't take it well. He just starts pushing him and weird screaming into the microphone.
Man.
And then the band quits, and now REO Speedwagon following suit. It's unfortunate, but here we are. REO Speedwagon fans, we're willing to listen to you. And also, as a side question, when C-Lane forms his REO Speedwagon Chicago...
I already have somebody that reached out wanting to audition to be the drummer for REO Boston.
It's going to be big. It's going to be big. If you're interested, let us know. This band is getting bigger by the moment.
Those bands got a lot of harms.
A lot of harms. I could hit one.
Okay.
Sean, are you interested in being in it?
I don't know what I could really provide this band. There's already a guitar player in it. There's a drummer.
They need more than one guitar.
I know, but I'm just going to be turned down. I know how it
We'll
works.
have you unplugged just like we did on Just Okay Stage.
I turned myself down. I didn't unplug. I turned myself down because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do what I needed to do in that moment. And I don't want to ruin your band. I want this to be a huge hit for you. Jackson.
There you go.
This will be Jackson's college fund. And
Hell yeah.
at the end,
You're going to Yale,
you
bro.
did it. Yeah, you did it, Dad. All right, we're going to go over
If
to
I want to
you.
even start to try and pay for his college, I need to go on a solo tour. I need to hedge my bets and make the most profit possible.
I don't have kids. I can all go to Jackson.
You need to replace all of the people in your band with robots and
Like
just
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, like the Chuck E. Cheese band. You'll be out there rocking in front of everybody. Here we go. Let's see. Hyatt's Jess has a dispatch for Sabrina. Let's see what Hyatt's Jess says.
Hi, I just wanted to shout out Sabrina for being so nice. I met her before the soccer game on Saturday night, and I was super nervous, but she was really, really nice, and I waited to make my first dispatch so that you would hear it when you got back. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Bye.
How are you
Thank
feeling?
you, Jess. Unrelated question.
It was great to meet you too.
I got a follow-up email from our Nashville guy about the headless guy wandering around downtown with some new photos.
Okay, don't say headless guy. He's just missing part of his head.
He's partially headless. And here's one. It shows him smoking outside, I don't know, some bar or something.
Let's see.
Can I make that a little more full?
I can. Well, hold on. I'm going to have to.
Good pick. Good pick.
Okay, now I'm in trouble. I can't.
All right.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck,
Describe
C-Lane.
it perfectly.
No. Why'd you make me do this? Here, this is the best I could do right here. He's out smoking outside of this establishment
That's a hell
here.
of a divot. But you know,
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
On somebody's head?
Not him, but there's another guy that went viral many years ago that had the same little like scoop thing going on, like a cereal bowl, which is bizarre to me because
don't say cereal bowl.
You could eat cereal out of it. I'm sorry. Look at that. It's
you
perfect.
could pour a full bowl in there. There's no doubt about that.
So, frontal lobe gone? Isn't that where?
That's in there. It's just exposed.
He's still functioning. Yeah, you can see if you look in the front. I got another picture. Hang on, let me get rid of this one, Celine. I'll put these up on See It Now as well for the visual.
That's wild. Not even a hat.
No.
What's a sunburn like directly on your brain?
This one's.
All right,
I thought you guys were responding to my question.
No, this is questionable
We
at
got
best.
distracted by the angle of this one.
Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing that. All
right. Go on. All right.
I have only seen profile up until now.
So now you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I am sorry for
And
not
he's
believing
homeless,
you.
right?
Yeah, he's on the streets.
So if he sleeps on the streets, that just means just anything.
I don't know if there's any goop left. It seems like it's all drained out.
Can we help this guy out? Can somebody pick him
Send
up?
him a hat.
This is like the least you could do. How has nobody dropped one of those off yet?
Or
a
at least
baseball
one of those
helmet.
little Jewish hats, just to kind of
give him something. This poor man is in dire need of help. That is not good. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody over on chat.
Well, this is life.
Quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from
More than
you.
a feeling.
She's auditioning here in real time. We're also going to, after we hear from you and your dispatches, I want to talk about this cruise story. Celine, you and I were discussing this briefly, and I know you got some thoughts on this, both from a tech perspective and from a new parent perspective, I'm sure. You'll find out what this couple did on a cruise, and we'll dive into the argument over this. And I'm interested in getting everybody's thoughts. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's slowdowns at the ramp junction where Orange Blossom Trail and the Beach Line meet. Off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive there. And intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon. No major accidents to worry about, although there are delays between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. If you see traffic troubles, just call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1932 $10 gold Indian coins have been found. These gorgeous 1932 gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck. And less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1932 dated gold coin featuring Lady Liberty with an Indian war headdress and a majestic eagle. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1932 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 92 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-888-201-7635. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus over a $55 value free with every order. Call 1-888-201-7635 now to secure your 1932 $10 gold Indian coins before they sell out. Don't wait. You must act fast. Call now.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's inventhelp.com. inventhelp.com.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply. Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
I never thought much about final expenses until my dad passed away last year. The costs were overwhelming, and it was a tough time for our family. That's when I decided to take control of my own final expense planning. But with my busy schedule, I needed something simple and quick. Then I found the Smart Bunny Insurance app. In just minutes, I secured a final expense insurance policy that fits my needs and budget. No lengthy paperwork, no hassle. Just peace of mind right at my fingertips. I'm relieved knowing my loved ones won't have to worry about the financial burden. If you're looking for an easy way to protect your family's future, I highly recommend the Smart Bunny Insurance app. It's fast, convenient, and the best part is you can get coverage up to $25,000 with policies starting as low as $14 per month. Download the Smart Bunny Insurance app today and take the first step towards your peace of mind.
Insurance sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services, Inc. Underwritten by various insurers. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
In fact, you are the best. It's without you, we could not do this, honestly. If you want to join in on what's happening with the show or subscribe to the podcast for free, go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. I want to talk about this couple. Celine had mentioned to me this during the break, and I said, I happen to see that story too, because Courtney was watching a YouTube video where they went over all this drama. She never does this. She's never watching any kind of internet YouTube drama stuff. And she's tuned in. I go, what are you watching? And she says about this couple, and I was not familiar with them. They have a boatload of YouTube subscribers.
Is this a cruise couple?
This is a couple named Matt and Abby.
Yeah.
And Matt and Abby have millions and millions and millions and millions of subscribers on YouTube. And I guess they just do travel stuff and family stuff. And they have some young kids. And one is very young. And one's like a toddler or something. And I guess while they were on this cruise ship, in a video that they posted, they showed them kind of partying and hanging out. And people said, where are your kids? What are you doing? Your kids are on the cruise with you. Where are your kids? And they had to respond to all of this drama that they had left their kids unattended. And obviously people would be critical. Yeah, they have an excuse. Yeah, they have an excuse over this. And so I'll get into their apology video here in a moment. We'll hear what they actually have to say. But they said we had a baby monitor running, and we were watching the kids as we were elsewhere on the cruise ship, kind of making it seem like they're on the back patio of the house, the kids are in their bedrooms and they're watching a baby video monitor of them.
But they're not.
But a cruise ship is pretty damn big. I think Sabrina was the latest to be on a cruise ship.
That was a couple years ago now. That was Virgin Voyages. No kids there, but
let's say you were the furthest point away from your room on that cruise ship.
And there was an emergency.
Yeah, the emergency, kid choking on the video. Would you be able to make it back to your room in the amount of time it would take to save your child?
No, absolutely not. If I was on the top floor at the end of the boat, I would have to go down stairs and elevators, hopefully not run into a crowd and not get lost among all the layers in order to get there in time for my kid to not die. Now,
if they were on the balcony, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to hate them for that. But if you're literally elsewhere on the ship, Sabrina's right. This is not 5 seconds. This could be 5 minutes.
So
and
here's
5
the
minutes
thing.
is like, that could be a dead kid.
They have all this content, and this is for their channel. They were able to get, I think it was like, if I understood correctly, 3 different rooms. Because they separated the kids, for safety, of course.
Right, okay.
And then had one for themselves or something like that. And they're making what I imagine is a good amount of money. If they're not getting on this cruise for free. Why aren't you paying someone to nanny your children?
I have
Is there
no
not
idea.
babysitting services on the ship?
I think maybe they were using babysitting services on the ship, and it wasn't going well.
Well, this is not the best alternative.
They replaced the babysitter
parents.
with nothing? That's the alternative?
FaceTime. That's what they said. They FaceTime their monitors. They didn't even have the monitors on them.
Having the monitor on them would not wouldn't work.
Yeah, let's talk about the technology behind that. You're on a cruise ship. Sealand, you've got baby monitors, I would imagine, right? For Jackson. Could you get the baby monitor on the internet and make it so you were watching that? Is that even possible?
So there are baby monitor apps that use your cell phone. You have an extra cell phone or something, or you use one person's cell phone as the monitor, and then can alert your other cell phones that are logged in to say like, hey, there's noise going on, or the baby's moving, or something like that. That does exist. Now, obviously, I guess if these people are making good enough, money, they can afford to have Wi-Fi on more than one device on the cruise ship.
Yes, right.
So then whatever they left in the stateroom would be connected, and then whatever they had in their, with them at dinner. What they did was they switched their dinner time to after the kids' bedtime. So
they're off having dinner, and the kids are like, these kids are really young, folks. They're below 5 years old, I think. Both of them, I think. They're very, very young.
2 and 1.
2 and 1. Okay, that's really young to leave even out of arm's length from these kids and have nobody watching them at all.
But, I mean, you leave a sleeping child out of arm's length all the time.
Okay, this is what I wanted to run by you. Let me run by some scenarios. You got Jackson in your house. You realize there's something going on with the pool, and you want to go out into the backyard for a second and take a look at the pool. Leaving Jackson alone sleeping and going into your backyard, totally fine, right? We are on the same page there?
A little bit absolutely.
More sense. Okay, we're all on the same page there. Let's say you knew that you had to get gas in your car and you didn't want to do it in the morning. There's a gas station right across the street. You leave Jackson sleeping and go fill up your car with gas and drive back.
Ooh, that would be frowned upon.
Okay, now
do I think I would get away with it? 100%.
So is the boundary actually leaving your house, like physically leaving the property, and you're no longer there, even if just for 30 seconds? Because you don't know if you're going to get into a crash while you're gone.
Right.
You don't know, what's going to happen.
We've joked about, because we have friends across the street from us that we hang out with. We've joked about, like, wonder if the baby monitor reaches that far. Like, if we were just to go over there.
Now,
can you attach an air tag to its papa?
That's a perfect boundary. If you have friends who live next door and your baby is asleep and you have a baby monitor and you go to the friend's house next door and you pop the baby monitor right down on the counter and as you're talking, you're keeping an eye on the kid. That doesn't feel that bad to me. That doesn't feel like you're really doing anything that bad.
The baby sleeps upstairs, and we have the baby monitor downstairs. And if during the night he starts crying, I don't rush up there because that might take more time to put him back down. You know, like it's the self-soothing thing. I just go, hey, let me give it 5-10 minutes max, and then if he's like screaming bloody murder, okay, let's go comfort him. But a lot of times he just whines for like a minute, and then he just kind of rolls over and goes back to sleep.
He gets over it. So let's hear this couple addressing this just for a second. And some people are saying they're doing this for publicity. I'm sure, whatever. It's just the interesting conversation that shows up around this is how far is too far to go away from your young children. Because we know that there's some distance that will allow, that society will allow without saying you've done something bad. But we know if you leave your kid at home and go to the bar around the corner and start having some drink, people are going to eat you alive for that. However, if you go next door to a friend's house, you're having a glass of wine and watching the baby monitor, maybe people won't. But this one, they were somewhere else on the cruise ship.
We usually would not be making a video like this, but there is information circulating about us that is completely untrue. So
not in this room.
To set the record straight, clear the air, because we take our role as parents extremely seriously, and we love our children more than anything in the entire world. And we're very protective.
Except dinner on the cruise ship.
So we just got back from 7 at cruise.
At the same time, they really wanted. What cruise line were they on? Do you know?
I don't think it says here on anything I'm looking at.
Matt and Abby. Yeah. 24 feet is too far, says Sunstage Sean. He's got an actual foot limit on this. Let me go back to that.
Abby's extended family, and this was everyone from Abby's Abby's grandma, our children's great grandma, to our 1 and 2 year old. And so where this whole controversy started, I guess, is a few days ago, Abby posted on her Instagram story that we were at dinner FaceTiming the baby monitors while our children were asleep in their staterooms.
Hey, one thing's for sure.
In their staterooms.
One thing
They're all called staterooms.
I know, but
absolutely. One is abundantly clear. One thing is abundantly clear to me here. Whether or not you're going to go any distance away from your children, the idea that you would brag about that distance and post it on social media is the dumbest idea of all.
Very.
All they had to do was not post the photo of them out to dinner while their 1 and 2 year old were still back in the cruise cabin, and no problem.
And people started to speculate and believe that we had left our children alone in their staterooms. And that is just completely untrue. Because we had someone with our children at all times on this boat, period.
I can see where my story did lead to misunderstanding, which is why I ended up deleting it.
No, that's why. Yeah.
Because I could see that it was causing concern and misunderstanding. And I do want to say thank you so much to those of you that were concerned about the safety and well-being of our children.
It was Icon of the Seas, which that's a Royal Caribbean. Yeah, a Royal Caribbean ship.
As their parents, that is our first and foremost main concern. But to know that other people share those same concerns for our precious boys, it really means a lot. So thank you.
These guys are so phony.
That we have not.
Hey, babe, let's match before we do this apology video.
Yeah, that too. We just wanted to say thank you so much for all the feedback. And we are so happy that you, our fans, care about our children just as much as we. What are you talking about?
But if you
Everybody
really
is saying you
love us,
suck.
if you're really concerned with our children, be sure to like and subscribe below.
Right. I was willing to give them my ear for a second. These two are really annoying. There's a lot of really obnoxious behavior on display here.
I think, and I wish we could see the deleted video.
I'm sure it's out there.
But I think basically what they're inferring is that they showed a video that said, "Oh, we're watching our kid on the FaceTime on the monitor while we're at dinner," and didn't happen to mention that there was somebody in the stateroom with the children.
I think that's baloney, and there's no way to prove it. Is it?
Yeah.
Right? Like
that's why they're saying it.
I don't think there is a way to prove it.
Yeah, it's just their word against whoever else in there. That's what it's going to be.
But I mean, they're saying, "Oh, the extended family was not at dinner; they were in the room with the boys."
They made some. I remember seeing a video on TikTok where I imagine this is the now deleted one, But it was him talking like, hey guys, this is us. This is our rooms. We're watching them on the monitor. And it was just them two and the kids. Like, there was no mention of anybody else being there.
They're rewriting history here is what they're doing.
And it's
they're
convenient,
really trying
isn't
to
it?
change
Because no one can attest to it.
Chick named Woody says, this isn't news, is it? If it can't make Fritz on the street, it isn't news. Look at this. Google News. There's hundreds of outlets reporting on this today, all around the spectrum, from the New York Post to NBC News.
Matt and Abby.
Yeah. And this is, they're leaning into this, I'm sure. They'll probably make some money from this, but who cares? The larger question is the one about leaving your kids behind for any period of time or any distance, and what that distance is. John on YouTube says, this all depends on culture. Germans leave their kids alone all the time, as young as 2 and 3, as they believe it teaches others to mind their own business. And I've heard, I don't
know, that's very
Wait, how does it teach others to mind their own business?
I don't know, but I've heard of people, I think, is it in Sweden? Where they leave their babies outside in strollers in the cold.
Did you do that for Today I Learned, or was it a movie we all saw?
I don't remember. Hang on. Let me. Sweden babies outside. This? I remember this being a thing. The babies who nap in sub-zero temperatures. All right. Scandinavian pastime here. Would you put your baby or toddler outside in the freezing cold for their lunchtime nap? Most Nordic parents wouldn't give it a second thought. And they said the temperatures might be -5 degrees. Wander through the snowy city and you'll see buggies. Those are like the little prams. And they're lined up outside coffee shops while parents sip on lattes outside. So you put your baby in the stroller outside in the freezing cold.
Okay, but that's them. This is different. I love when people use that argument. Well, some other country does it this way and has done it for so long, but they won't use that argument when it comes to this is America and that's it. The American way, speak English.
Now, for this, the people who, let's say for example, let's just pretend that what they're saying is false, and there was nobody in the room. It was just the kids, and they were doing the FaceTime thing. That's the narrative that everybody's trying to run with here. So let's run with it for a second. And the what ifs often go to the most extreme, situation that you could think of, and so somebody says. The most shocking thing about the Matt and Abby Cruz situation is that they posted in real time that their kids were alone. What if a follower is on that ship, a stalker, literally anyone, they're so lucky that nothing horrible happened. If somebody was on that ship that their intent was to kidnap Matt and Abby's kid, are you sure that they wouldn't be able to do that if the kids weren't alone?
The hypothetical is too loony. It's way out there. It's like bringing up the most radical version of what could have happened to try to make a point.
But I think in simplest terms, like the safety of the children, the what could have happened of
he choked.
Choked, fell. I don't know, jumped out the window. Who knows? Either way, you don't leave a 1 and 2 year old by themselves.
Okay, real world practical example. C-Lane told us a story on this show not very long ago where you were watching, I think, the baby monitor, and Jackson was in the middle of crawling out of something.
Yes.
And was about to take a tumble. And
he was about to dive headfirst out of his crib.
And you're watching this, and you go, Jackson doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, my God, he's going to fall out of this thing. And you go over there, and you rescue Jackson, and he's okay. But if you're eating dinner on a cruise ship, you're not going to get there in time. And that is absolutely a thing that could occur. And that's not very outlandish during that time. But is anything about this illegal at all? Or are we just talking about judging? Is really?
I would think so, leaving children alone like that. I mean, right now, so the reason that my son almost got out of his crib like that was because the crib was still in a setup where the bottom of it was raised. And so he could climb that far, but now he can't climb out of it right now. Someday he will be able to, but hopefully by that day we'll be putting him in more of a bed situation. He'll be walking around. But, yeah.
Do you think it's illegal?
I think it can. Yeah, I think in some... jurisdictions. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's technically illegal to leave your kid in the car by himself, even if the car's on.
Exactly.
Is that true?
And if it's not illegal, at the very least, you are going to get in some serious trouble with the cruise.
Well, no,
there's liability.
I'm fully on board with saying taking your kids, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, and leaving them inside a room while you go and have dinner so you can be by yourself and you pretend like you're doing something cute and funny about watching the kids from across the ship on your phone is bad parenting, and these people are lame and terrible. But I didn't think that it would actually rise to the level of, hey, there's some criminality going on here. That's surprising to me. But
it might be,
I do think
I
was wrong.
At the very least, it would be child endangerment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, with the amount of money and the content that they filmed, they should have brought somebody on the ship with them. And them just making it up afterwards.
Well, they're saying that they did.
Well, then show them in the video you're posting, okay? I mean, that's just use your brains, man.
They're saying they did. If they did, why are you watching the baby monitor on your phone? Why don't you just go, we got a family member who's watching this? What is considered child endangerment?
Somebody on this article on fastcompany.com.
He's got some evidence there. He's got Exhibit A. Here we go.
Whoever wrote this article on fastcompany.com ended it with, no one suggesting leaving your kids unattended with just a baby monitor will win you Parent of the Year. But if you do, you should know better by now than to broadcast it on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, not an unfair
Parent secrets.
Yeah, that's the very, very true point in this. Child endangerment laws. An adult caring for a child has a legal responsibility to ensure the child is free from unreasonable and dangerous situations. This could definitely be considered unreasonable and dangerous. Child endangerment occurs when a parent...
Unreasonably dangerous. Unreasonably dangerous, it kind of covers what I was saying. Like, it's not reasonable to always wonder that some follower of yours is going to bust in the room or something like that. Like the extremes.
Yeah. Child endangerment occurs when a parent, guardian, or other adult caregiver allows a child to be placed or remain in a dangerous, unhealthy, or inappropriate situation.
Inappropriate is like casting the largest net.
Yeah, it seems like it's tough to determine.
And that last part, some states charge this as a form of child abuse.
Yeah, and it says actual or potential injury. So it doesn't require that the child be injured. It's just that there was a potential. State laws often categorize child endangerment as placing a child in a situation that might endanger the child's life, health, welfare, morals, or emotional well-being. However, child endangerment may still be charged in cases where the actions of the caregiver did eventually result in the child being physically injured or harmed. So who knows? What do you think? Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now. When we return henceforth on the show, I thought we were done with this, but we're not. We have to talk more about the Titanic submersible that was not a great mission to the bottom of the sea. It ended up in death for those on board. But now we got new details coming out, and somebody is calling the founder of OceanGate a murderer. Okay. And with those charges, they're levying some other things.
Well, then he's a murder-suicider because he went down with the ship.
Gotcha. All right, let's see. We'll see what you think about that story coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
Sometimes I give too much. I'm sure people get sick of me. Moron on Facebook
I've
again.
heard that about Russ Rollins. He's a giver.
I am a giver.
Not a taker.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident, partially blocking the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to Amelia Street. I believe the off-ramp right lane is blocked there. There's still slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Slowdowns on Orange Blossom Trail where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line's Ramp Junction meet. Just travel with caution through these areas. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest headliners in live music will be taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.
Vegas.
Plus, some special surprises and moments you are not going to want to miss.
Stream only on Hulu this Friday and Saturday, starting at 10:30 p.m.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Guys, it's time to deploy the secret weapon. What's that? It's Blue Chew. This stuff is absolutely amazing. And it's a unique online service. They deliver the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's chewable. It's a fraction of the cost. And wait until you hear the deal I'm going to hook you up with here. The thing about Blue Chew that's fantastic is it's an online prescription service, so you don't have to go to the doctor and have an awkward conversation. You don't have to wait in line at the pharmacy. It comes right to your door in a discreet package, and you're off to the races. This is something you should be using to take your B game and bring it up to an A game. And that is what you need to do today. There's a special deal for you right now. Try Blue Chew free when you use the promo code TNJ at checkout. You just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code, the letters TNJ to receive your first month free. Check out Blue Chew now.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah!
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Get ready for an epic engagement event at International Diamond Center this Friday through Sunday. IDC's flying in the entire collections, all the newest styles from both Tacori and Verragio. Hundreds of new rings to choose from. Tacori and Verragio, the world's 2 premier ring designers, together on the IDC stage with special incentives and 36-month zero-interest financing. See Tacori's latest, handcrafted by true California artisans with exquisite detail. And from New York, see the newest creations from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Buy any Tacori or Verragio ring at this event and get a $500 IDC gift card. Buy the engagement ring with a matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Also, check out new fashion jewelry from these renowned designers. Let the experts at IDC help you find both the perfect ring and the most dazzling diamond during this incredible 3-day event. Get the guaranteed best price and spread your payments over 3 whole years. It's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and only at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're seeing the unseeable. Using advanced imaging technology, our experts can look deeper into the human body, uncovering the smallest of details that would otherwise go unnoticed, leading to more accurate diagnoses and treatments. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1932 $10 gold Indian coins have been found. These gorgeous 1932 gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1932 dated gold coin featuring Lady Liberty with an Indian war headdress and a majestic eagle. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1932 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant Rocket Luster. That is 92 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-888-201-7635. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus over a $55 value free with every order. Call 1-888-201-7635 now to secure your 1932 $10 gold Indian coins before they sell out. Don't wait. You must act fast. Call now.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like One Hit Wonders Radio. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember. And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search One Hit Wonders, and listen now, commercial-free. Free never sounded so good.
Wawa handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is...
We'll find out. There are a lot of accusations flying, and there's a lot that's come out about this in the last 24 hours. We'll dive deeper in just a moment. It's kind of crazy to me. We're sitting here having a conversation about this couple on this cruise and the moral implications of leaving your 1-year-old and your 2-year-old behind in your cruise cabin while you go out to dinner and put them in essentially harm's way. And I am absolutely stun-locked the whole time by the folks on chat who are in the middle of a now 1-hour roast on my legs. I don't know if you've picked up on any of this. But
no. What happened to your legs?
Nothing happened new, but they just started with Sean's legs so white. They have 2 trust funds. Sean's legs so white. They were on the Mayflower. Sean's legs are so white they get moonburned. And there's like 100 of them. I mean, there's a ton of these just rolling through, roasting my legs. I'm sorry. I can't do anything. These are the legs I was born with.
You can do several things.
I tried to get them suntanned. They don't want to be suntanned. They reflect the sun.
We are Florida born and raised for the most part. I mean, I know that you lived very shortly in another state, Sean, but I, for the first time in my 34 years on this earth, right before the fashion show earlier this month, I did self-tanner.
Oh, really?
My girlfriend introduced the foam it was. And
foam?
Yeah, it was a foam of some sort, and you put it on your legs, and you have to let it sit, and then you... Anyways, I was blown away by how tan I looked in a mere 8-hour sleep.
Was it too much, did you think?
No, I thought it looked great. I mean, it worked out just fine. Mind you, if I spent, a couple hours in the sun, then the tan would set in, but sometimes you don't got time for that. I'd say, without telling anybody, just do a little tint on there, and you will see, you'll be amazed by how great your legs look. What if I just
do my legs?
Then you'd be fine.
Just go very dark on my legs.
I'll go ahead and get some of those arms, too, because there's a contrast going on right there with the blue and the white.
I'll be like one of those truckers that lays an arm out the window, and you got one arm. It's like a golden brown color, and the other arm.
Someone that clearly just masturbates a lot, and it's one giant arm on the right.
Well, that's very different, but yes, kind of.
Just use your head.
Okay, when Quagmire discovered porn.
We're going to get into this Titan submersible story, but please.
What year is it?
Well, it's back in the news, C-Lane. It's back in the news. They're looking at the last messages from these people.
It's strange that those two stories came out so closely together. That you got the last words, and then all of a sudden they find that piece.
Oh, yeah, the piece under the ocean? Yeah. I thought it would
the
be...
whole thing was gone.
Yes, I thought it would be way more broken apart. There was a big, giant chunk of this thing at the bottom of the sea by where the Titanic was. And I thought
odds?
I thought it just, folded in on itself and didn't leave much left. There was a lot more left than I had anticipated. But the founder of OceanGate is a murderer, according to one of the former employees. They were on News Nation. Let's see how it went down.
Joining us now is G. Michael Harris. He's the RMS Titanic founder and expedition leader. What do you make of that soundbite we just played? It was inevitable something would happen.
Oh,
it was just a matter of when.
Inevitable.
I'm telling you, Elizabeth, we all knew about this. We all tried to reach out to him.
Oh, okay.
Had no idea.
If this guy does not sound like John Goodman, you hear his voice? He sounds 100% like John Goodman, the actor, Roseanne, and all that.
Matter of when.
I'm telling you, Elizabeth, we all knew about this. We all tried to reach out to him.
I closed my eyes a
Had
little bit.
no idea the depth of how bad it was. This man, Stockton Rush, was a complete, unequivocal narcissist, and in the end, a murderer.
Jeez.
He killed those people. He knew better. He knew better. The board of directors knew better. The employees of the company knew better. The attorneys knew better. They all should have said something. And these people that have testified so far, 7 years, they were telling them of the problems. And there's more to come over the next 10 days.
Yeah, this is
coming in hot, this guy. He says he's a murderer. He knew this was going to happen. He's a narcissist. And the expedition leader was in the wrong.
Refresh my memory, because it's been quite some time since we were just like neck deep in researching this submersible and what could happen to these people. And when they were missing, it was like the only thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
There were successful missions in this thing before, right? This
James
was not.
Cameron.
This was not
several.
No. Not to the Titanic. There were successful missions in this submersible before, correct?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. You're saying the one that they took down that ended up failing, was it on successful missions before this, or was this the first mission that it was embarking on? I am not sure.
There was a 60 Minutes report. I'm Fritz, by the way.
Hi, Fritz. How are you?
There was a 60 Minutes report about, when the guy was first showing him the PlayStation controller, and he was like, oh, my God. And then I guess Rough Seas, they didn't go down, but a week later they did go down with someone else, and they took video of the Titanic.
Okay, so they had made it down there successfully before.
Yes.
So in that case, the CEO would have reason to believe that this thing was going to be okay. At least a little bit. I haven't watched the testimony, so I can't say much more on it. But if you have seen more of this, let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now.
The Wikipedia has stuff for 21, 22, and 23. And I guess the implosion was 23. Mm-hmm. And so there were a couple, yeah.
Sean's legs are so white they can eat quinoa. Sean's legs are so white they ask the police for directions with no fear. It just continues.
Sean's legs clutch their purse while walking through Pine Hills.
Okay. Leave me alone, all right?
I mean, maybe go back to pants?
No, I can't do it.
Leggings?
Don't body shame him.
I have to tell you guys, I wore jeans doing this show every day for what, 8, 9 years? I just wore jeans everywhere for 8 or 9 years. I put on jeans the other day for the first time in a while, and I told Courtney, I said, I feel so restricted. I feel like I'm tied into these things right now. How did I ever live in this world?
Okay, but then how have your legs not tanned even a little bit?
They just refuse to do it. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Well, I'll tell you. What's coming up on the next episode? Boppity boopity. I'm back from Italy and COVID. Diddy. And some more updates on that, including 50 Cent getting his troll on. No one asked Gene Simmons for his thoughts on the Smiths reunion, but he did it anyways, and he was an asshole. Plus, Trump is gonna rock down to the bank to pay his electric Ava lawsuit, that is. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast on this Wednesday. And for today, we'll be expecting an afternoon high right around the low 90s, a high of 91 today in Orlando. We'll also see the return of some scattered showers and storms, most of these taking place likely around 2 or 3 o'clock, lasting through about 7 or 8 p.m. It's not going to be a widespread washout, but those who do see the rain could expect some heavy downpours with lightning. Otherwise, this weekend will dry things out. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you're looking for a new job and want to make a career change, make plans now to join us for the Florida Jobs Now Job Fair today, September 18th, at the Orlando Science Center from noon to 4 p.m. Connect with over 70 recruiters right here in Central Florida, some even offering on-the-spot interviews. Your next career is right in front of you. For more information, go to fljobsnow.com and make sure to join us today, September 18th, at the Orlando Science Center from noon to 4 p.m.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
And welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors receive more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's inventhelp.com. inventhelp.com.
Hey, DQ fans, they've got the deal of the century for you. Download the DQ app and get buy one, get one free Blizzard treats. Just like that, you can get any 2 Blizzard treats for the price of 1 for a limited time only. Happy tastes good.
I never thought much about final expenses until my dad passed away last year. That's when I decided to take control of my own final expense planning. Then I found the Smart Bunny Insurance app. I secured a final expense insurance policy that fits my needs and budget. You can get coverage up to $25,000 with policies starting as low as $14 per month. Download the Smart Bunny Insurance app today and take the first step towards your peace of mind.
Insurance sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services, Inc. Underwritten by various insurers. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Get ready for fall road trips with Pep Boys. Shop and save on newly reduced prices on hundreds of tires. Save up to $420 instantly on select Cooper tires. That's up to $300 $300 in savings with buy 3 get the 4th free, plus $120 in savings with free installation. Don't miss this chance to save big. Buy 3 get the 4th free, plus free installation on select Cooper tires. Ends 9/22/24. Tire discount equals the retail price of 1 tire in a purchase set, excluding taxes. Terms and exclusions apply. Visit petboys.com for details.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And then our friend Fritz with Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio. That is on the way. Before we get into the next episode and Fritz on the Street, let me remind you that you are part of this show too. Yes, we have some fun around here. Yes, we talk about all things viral and we have a good time. But we want to hear what you have on your mind. As we're discussing these things, if there's other things you want to get our take on, if there's stories that are grabbing your attention, any of these things, totally reasonable. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, record a quick dispatch, and bingo, bango, bongo. Next thing you know, you're on the show right along with us. Are we ready to go? All right, here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Drums, man.
Drums, man.
Drums, man.
It's the drums, man.
Yeah, no,
the drums. I recognize it right away, man.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Dawn. ThatMortgageGuyDawn.com. And if you're refinancing, buying a first dream home, debt consolidation, looking into a reverse mortgage, perhaps you're going to expand your business. You got to work with That Mortgage Guy Dom. He has your best interest in mind. He makes the process easy, and you can see that immediately when you go to the website. ThatMortgageGuyDawn.com. Work with a friend and an expert that you can trust.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Dom.
It was a mere 17 years ago, 2007, guy. He was at the University of Florida, also known as UF.
Oh, can I guess?
You already saw it?
No.
All right, go ahead.
Is it Don't Tase Me, Bro?
You bet your ass.
Don't tase me, bro. I didn't do anything.
All right, extra points are going to be awarded. His name was Andrew Meyer. He was tased by campus police, forcibly removed because he was at a town hall pressing whom?
Was it Hillary Clinton?
No. Jeb Bush.
Nope.
No. Oh.
Now it was about Bush's and I imagine Georgie's foreign policy, but it was another politician that was there over at UF.
Donald Rumsfeld.
No.
Oh, that's a good guess, too.
It rhymes with Flan Ferry.
John Kerry.
John Kerry is right. Sealing gets all the points. Congratulations. Where is Don't Tase Me Bro now? Is he a Don't Tase Me Dad?
Did you say 17 years ago?
Yeah.
17. That story is almost of legal age. That is insane to me.
Absolutely.
And 9/11 can almost rent a car.
Yeah.
Weird.
God almighty.
Lane tell you about the 9/11 joke I did in his behalf at the Mo Comedy Jam?
No, he told me that you were going to target him, and then at the last minute
I texted him, I'm like, where are you? I need you here for this joke, please.
He was there. And then
I was just all the way in the back, but I did choose Jack instead.
Randomly just targeted Bradshaw.
But thank you for that, and happy belated birthday, C Lane.
Thank you.
Not a birthday for this guy right here, but it's going to be a big news story for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, it is.
We heard a little bit earlier, but let's just get all the facts together here. He has been charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, prostitution, being held without bail, faces life in prison if convicted. He allegedly lured women with the promise of a romantic relationship, then forced them to engage in sex acts with male sex workers at parties called what, Sean?
Oh, I don't remember what
Come
they said
on.
they were called.
Get your freak.
Freakers?
Freak off.
Freak offs.
Yeah, opposite of Missy's.
I thought there was a name for the guys that were at the freak offs. I thought that's the way you were phrasing that.
It might be freakers. Yeah, no, it's the freak offs. And watching the U.S. attorney
gigolos,
just saying freak offs so often was very bizarre to me. But the details. I mean, I watched the entire press conference yesterday.
They had so much evidence.
1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil.
That's so weird. I don't know why that grabs my attention so much, but that is just a weird
I'm like, go
thing.
by the gallon. Austin knows where to buy that, right? He sent one to you not too long ago.
Yeah, a while back.
To like stockpile that is
I think
odd.
it's for individual. I mean, I'm not here to hate on bulk purchases. I'm all about it,
Yeah,
but I am
Costco
here to
baby, what's
hate
up?
on sex trafficking.
How was he able to get away with this for so long? If that's the case, If this is-
Racketeering, using his
I
business.
guess so, and just threatening people and blackmail. Who knows?
So,
Jesus.
yeah, he does face a maximum of life in prison, but you know who's having fun with all of this is this man right here.
50 Cent.
Oh, he's taking all the candy at that shop, and he is going and getting his troll on. He posted almost immediately after all the information was released earlier this week, specifically about all the enormous amounts of lube and baby oil from Diddy's home. He posted, "Here I am keeping good company with the Drew Barrymore show, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube at the house." 50 wrote on Instagram. And that's about it, but I did want to share that he will continue to troll as Diddy faces all those years
I
in
love
prison.
a good 50 Cent troll. My favorite thing was during
He's
that ice
fun.
bucket challenge when he challenged
Floyd Mayweather
to read one page of a Harry Potter book. What a great
What was another one that he did? Oh, was it Ja Rule that he bought out all of the front row section? And
He's a good troll.
Did he show up there like himself, or did he just leave them empty?
I think he left them empty.
Oh, well, there you go. Let's see what else trolling he has to do. Someone who may be joining Diddy in prison or perhaps just jail is the winner of this franchise.
Bachelorette.
Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelorette.
This is the theme for Bachelor in Paradise, but the Bachelor and Bachelorette don't have an actual theme song.
That's weird that they don't have
It's
a theme.
sad. So just know this is an umbrella theme song, but it's the Bachelorette winner Devin Strader. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Is this the guy that they were saying looked like, what's his name from SNL? Is he the one? Because the whole time Pete Davidson, people were saying, oh, this
Diddy?
guy's like Pete Davidson. There's one guy that kept comparing to him. I don't know if it was this guy.
Well, I don't know if Pete's ever been arrested for a bunch of terrible crap, but this is what's happening with Devin. The Bachelorette is now being called out by fans for their vetting process after the winner of the Bachelorette, David Strader's past is now coming to light. Weeks after Devin's breakup from Jen Tran was revealed during the season finale, details about his 2017 arrest have been uncovered thanks to Reality Steve. Thank you, Steve.
He is connected.
Yeah, he's
Big
like
time.
number one in the world of everything reality gossip. That guy
Who's
is
more?
everywhere.
Demoy? Is it?
I don't know how to say
Demois?
it either. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
But Demois also gets a lot of juicy juice.
Yeah, he's just a guy off on his own, though. He I don't know who runs that other organization. That's like a glitzy TMZ. The
So he,
Dumois.
posted, had not heard negative things, or I did hear negative things about Devin all season long, with some of it being criminal related, but never had any proof until now. According to the legal papers, he was arrested for burglarizing an ex-girlfriend's home back in 2017, had a restraining order against him at the time of the arrest. This was over in Louisiana. She and Devin lived 2 doors away from each other. She accused him of breaking into her home while she was out of town. She came home to find her diamond necklace missing that he had gifted her, and that doesn't seem too crazy. But then Devin comes back around, banging on the door several times, screaming at her. Later that evening, made a fire out in the street with what appeared to be the actual restraining order printed on paper. Also had a tire flattened in her vehicle when it was getting changed. She came outside, began laughing at her. So he stabbed her tire, and then when she changed it, he came out. I think that maybe he should have moved, or she.
How do they not catch any of this? They must do background checks. There's no way they don't do background checks. And if this would be so easy to find out.
He pled guilty to it. It was on his record. It was simple criminal damage to property and criminal trespass. 1 year of unsupervised probation. And then after that, he threw a drink at her, spit at her, everyone in the crowd, put her in a chokehold, covering her mouth at a bar, and the list goes on and on. But the Bachelorette said, "Come on down, and you'll win the whole thing."
I'm almost 100% sure that if I paid a little bit of money on a website, backgroundcheck.com or something, I could find out that this guy did this, and they didn't do that over at ABC.
That's bizarre to me. Very,
That's a dumb move, man.
But if better late than never? ? At least for the drummer of this group right here, and particularly about this song right here, gentlemen. 3, 2. Why isn't this loading? Welcome back, Sabrina from Italy. You could still
pour some sugar on me, Def Leppard.
No, it's sugary. It's certainly a treat. It's a dessert. Warrant is right.
Cherry pie.
Cherry pie is right. I'll split that point. Congratulations. I guess it doesn't drop. It's just full drum and bass. But Warrant drummer Stephen Sweet now admits band's Cherry Pie video went too far.
It did?
Can someone please Google how long ago that was released? Because
Cherry
it was,
Pie.
I believe, in the 80s. This is all part of
90s, early 90s.
The new documentary, Nothing But a Good Time, the uncensored story of the 80s hair metal.
Oh, that's points.
Oh, I was born that day.
That day?
Was it April 25th by any chance?
No, August 1990. Not too far off.
I know we didn't think of it as misogynistic at the time, although it was in hindsight. So thank you so much, years later, 34 to be exact, for coming out and saying maybe they went too far. On the boob tube, let's go back to our series premiere of The Golden Bachelorette on ABC. Hopefully did their background checks this time. 47th season premiere of Survivor, Master Chef as well. What's Next with Bill Gates on Netflix. And you catch John Hamm and Glass Animals on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Get ready, everybody. Buckle up. Fritz on the street.
Let's go,
it's
baby.
happening in just moments. Now's the time when we watch chat, we check our emails, we watch our socials, and you try to get us to choose you. Because if we win, you win. If we're representing you and Fritz on the street, you get your hands on the OG Hitman magnet. All the magnets for Game of Magnets up at thenewsjunkie.com. This one's special. This one's real hard to get your hands on. And if you want to win, you got to have us represent you, and then we got to win. That is in Fritz on the Street, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Everyone knows Election Day is November 5th, but the deadline to register to vote? Not so much. October 7th, by the way. Details at realradio.fm/vote2024. Make your voice heard.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's police activity partially blocking the off-ramp from the Greenway southbound to Orange Blossom Trail, and authorities are still working on that accident on I-4 eastbound off-ramp to Amelia Street. There's off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive there, and congestion on Orange Blossom Trail where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line Ramp Junction meet. If you see traffic troubles, just call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Primatene Mist.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly, providing quick relief of mild symptoms of intermittent asthma. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
At Massey Services, we know that no two lawns are the same. That's why we create a customized lawn care plan for whatever your landscape looks like. From season to season, our personalized treatments keep your lawn healthy and beautiful all year long. Personalized, because it is personal. We take as much pride in your lawn as you do. Schedule your free inspection today at MasseyServices.com. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight, or is business at an all-time high? Well, maybe it's time for you to sell, retire, and just relax with a bunch of money in the bank. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for 40 years. And with offices located throughout the world, we have thousands of buyers immigrating to the United States ready to buy your business. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That's a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. That's the winning formula. It has never been a better time to sell your business than right now. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Sunset Walk presents the Best of Challenge Taco Edition, Saturday, October 5th at the Promenade. Join me and the cast of The Jim Colbert Show as we host the Best of Challenge. 11 venues competing to be crowned the best taco of Sunset Walk. Participants include BurgerFi, Cowboy Chicken, Ford's Garage, and Island H2O Water Park. VIP tasting tickets on sale now at sunsetwalk.com. Spectators and parking are free. Plus, DJ Scotty B, Society Band, and more. The Best of Challenge Taco Edition, Saturday, October 5th at Sunset Walk.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com. FritzOnTheStreet.com.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Semaglutide works better with a plan, like the GLP Elite program at Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
in all of radio, and we'll be battling for one of you apiece. If we win, you win. You get your hands on that Fritz on the Street OG Hitman magnet. Find all the magnets for Game of Magnets on thenewsjunkie.com. Before we get into Fritz on the Street, I want to remind you, you can always watch the show live, peer into the studios with a full-on HD production, and people who go over there tend to really enjoy the experience. So, number one, thank you for watching the show each day if you do that. And number two, it's growing and growing and growing over there. So jump in on the movement and hang out with us during the show. The easiest way would be to go to thenewsjunkie.com/live. You'll see where the live stream is. You'll see where all the different links are and stuff. But we're also live on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Go to YouTube, search for The News Junkie. You'll see us. There we are. Click, subscribe so you can keep up and get alerts.
Bam.
When we go live each day. We love you. We appreciate you for watching that way. And we're growing and growing and growing over there. All right, Fritz, you ready to do this thing? Oh, hold on. We got to figure out who we're representing. I am picking for Fritz on the Street, Peter Lapretto, I think is his name, on YouTube. I'm sorry, Perry L. Perry Lapretto over on YouTube. Perry L is who I am choosing. Who are you picking for Fritz on the Street, Sabrina?
I went to the texting service, and I'm going with Kitty Twiggins.
Kitty Twiggins from the texting service for Sabrina. And what about you, C-Lane?
Also from the texting service, I picked...
I see the all caps now, huh?
Well, that guy was trying hard. Says, I'll blackmail Sean into paying for Jackson's college.
Wow.
But unfortunately, my friend, I already picked Valdezi.
All right, Valdezi. There we go for C-Lane. We got them all lined up. Fritz, you ready to go?
You bet that handsome smile.
Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Streets.
Now it's time for...
Fritz on the Street. Hello, Sean. Hello, Celine. Hello, Sabrina.
Hey.
Hi, Fritz.
Fritzy boy.
Howdy. Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt, injured on the go. Just call 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO. In first place with 225 points, that would be Mr. Christopher Lane.
Ah, yeah.
In second place with 212 points, that would be Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Ah, babidi boop.
And in third place with 191 points, that would be Mr. Sean Wasson.
Oh, I got to get over 200 here.
So 225, 212, 191. You know the drill by now, I hope. If you don't, that's okay. 8 questions, 4 current event questions, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that opportunity to pick up a bonus point.
Pre-chime. Was this asked over at Fritz's Funhouse?
Thank you for asking. It was each Tuesday night at Cavos Bar and Kitchen. I host Fritz's Funhouse, and it was good. It was... we didn't have 25 teams like last week, but we did have 6, and they stayed the entire time.
Oh,
then
nice.
11 stayed around to do Fritz on the Street.
To be clear, last week's points didn't count, right? After all that controversy?
I gave points to Josh. Full disclosure. So Josh...
he gets to keep his points.
Can you imagine if Josh wins?
He's got 63.
Yeah, my fear is that Josh passes me. That's my fear. And it's
Sabrina gets a little more COVID.
It's not that far off from reality. You absolutely
I'm not
could
getting
do
any
it.
more COVID, thank you.
You know what's going to happen, too, is that his points keep adding up, so there's going to be 1 year that he's going to win.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It's collective.
Oh, man.
That
All right.
goes back down to 0. So, if you think you know it, chime in. Is everyone in?
Yeah.
And away we go. Question 1. Recently, thousands of pagers owned by...
Straight up.
Sean?
Lebanon.
Lebanon's correct.
192.
Recently, thousands of pagers owned by suspected Hezbollah operatives exploded, killing at least 8 and injuring thousands in which Middle Eastern country? I believe it's 9 now. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Lebanon?
4.
4.
I'm going to go 3.
3 for C-Lane.
I'll go with 3 as well.
And 3 for Sabrina. Question 1 with answers of 3 and 4. Who knows their pagers? Recently, thousands of pagers owned by suspected Hezbollah operatives exploded, killing at least 8 and injuring thousands in which Middle Eastern country?
Lebanon. Oh, poor Lebanon.
Lebanon and Syria.
Was it Israel or Palestine? I don't remember which one. Palestine.
Lebanon.
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 That would be 7.
Damn.
Whoa.
They are following the news.
And that's a crazy story, right? I mean,
Yeah, and it went from pagers to earlier today, walkie-talkies, and also solar.
Such dated technology is so wild.
I mean, it's it's good to be off the grid, I suppose.
Yeah, you would think so. And now they're saying they're so scared in Lebanon. Some of the members of the press are walking around with cameras, and people are going, "Get the camera away!"
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They think everything's going to blow up right now.
God damn. All right, well, no points awarded. And that means we head on over to question 2. It's about a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
One that is no longer on the air. What TV show takes place in the fictional city of Cape Side, Maine?
Sabrina.
C-Lane.
Wait, did you say me or her?
C-Lane.
Oh, Dawson's Creek.
That is correct.
Oh, man. No
C-Lane.
wonder you got that.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Dawson's Creek? I don't want to wait.
5. It's been a while.
6.
6 for Sabrina.
3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 2 with answers of 3, 5, and 6. Let's see. What TV show takes place in the fictional city of Cape Side, Maine?
Happy Days. Cheers.
Friends. Dawson's Creek.
I feel like it's not Murder, She Wrote, but that's what I want to say.
Pass. I'm going to pass on that.
Dawson's Creek.
Oh, yeah. That's 2. So, Sean, with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point.
Off to a good start.
Now, of course, we mosey on over to question 3. Question 3, the crew of Polaris Dawn. Sabrina?
Mm-hmm. We're all good. All good here.
Is that a pass? Or?
That's, I thought you were, Polaris Dawn's not the Titanic thing, huh? It's the crew of the Polaris Dawn. That's in space, isn't it? And that is February. It's a pass.
That's a pass. Okay.
February.
The crew of Polaris Dawn completed the world's first commercial what? C-Lane.
Spacewalk.
Spacewalk is correct.
Oh, I was right with space.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said spacewalk?
8.
8.
7.
6 for Sean and 7 for Sabrina. Is that correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, question 3 with answers of 6, 7, and 8. Let's
Ding,
see.
ding, 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 ding.
Somebody is getting it. 2 points. Who is it?
Go.
The crew of Polaris Dawn completed the world's first commercial what?
So landing. Citizen spacewalk?
Spacewalk. Spacewalk.
Spaceflight. Spacewalk.
Spacewalk. Spacewalk.
That would be 6, so Sean is picking up 2 points for that one. And Sabrina, with your guess of 7, picking up 1 point.
All good here.
Coming up next is question 4. After question 4, I'll tell you who is leading on the day so far. And question 4 is
It's a shocker.
It's about this delicious treat. Which company produces the popular treat Twinkies? Sabrina.
Oh my God. It's right here. It's
C-Lane.
Give me 2 seconds, man.
1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. C-Lane.
It's the is
Ratatata.
it is the C-Lane, you screwed me up, man. It's Gerber.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Hostess.
Hostess is correct.
Mostess.
C-Lane out of 8 answers, how many do you think said hostess?
Let's go with 7.
7.
8.
8 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 6, 7, and 8. Let's see.
Ding, 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 ding.
Somebody knows their Twinkies. Who is it? Which company produces the popular treat Twinkies?
Hostess.
Hostess. Hostess.
Hostess.
Hostess.
Hostess. Hostess. Mars?
Oh, you...
You were about to call her the B word.
No,
weren't you?
I wasn't.
No.
You beautiful lady. Thank you for participating and listening.
That's 7, so that means C-Lane is picking up a 3-pointer, and Sean and Sabrina with your guesses of 6 and 8 each picking up 1 point. That means in first place we have a tie, 5 points each. Christopher Lane / Valdezi and Sean Lawson / Perry L. In third place with 2 points we have Sabrina Ambrose / Kitty Twiggins.
Just happy to be here.
Now we start phase 2 with question 5. Phase 2. On Tuesday, Sabrina.
Sean Diddy Combs.
That is correct. Nicely done. On Tuesday, which disgraced music mogul was arrested and charged with sex trafficking? It was really, the charges were revealed, I guess, on Tuesday. But you are correct. Sean, Puff, Daddy, Diddy, Combs.
Dupe.
Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said any of those words I just said?
8.
8.
6.
6 for Sean.
8.
And 8 for C-Lane. Question 5 with answers of 6 and 8. On Tuesday, which disgraced music mogul was arrested and charged with sex trafficking?
P. Diddy.
I don't know.
Sean P. Diddy Combs. P. Diddy with 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
P. Diddler.
Sean Giddy Combs. Sean Combs.
Sean Puffy Combs.
Diddy.
That would be 7. So that means everyone is picking up 1 point. Sean with your guess of 6. Sabrina and C-Lane with your guess of 8. Moving on now to question 6. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is situated in which... Sabrina?
Cleveland, Ohio.
That is correct. Ohio, yeah. Is
I
situated
stuttered a
in
little
which,
bit. Did you hear that?
in which U.S. state? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Ohio?
My sweet baby was born there.
Yeah, you're a mama? I never knew that about you.
I didn't.
Big news.
Never called my mom baby before.
No, he said you're a mama.
Oh, right. I'm going to go with... I feel like a lot of people said Cleveland. 7?
7.
6.
6 for C-Lane.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 6. With answers of 5, 6, and 7. Cleveland rocks. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is situated in which U.S. state?
Ohio.
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 Cleveland, Ohio.
Ohio?
Ohio.
Springfield Rocks. Ohio. Sorry.
Ohio.
That would be 8. So Sabrina, with your guess of 7, picking up 1 point. 2 questions remaining. Question 7. Last week, 6 people were arrested for allegedly trying to overtake the government. C-Lane.
Congo.
That is incorrect. Trying to overtake the government in which South American country? Sean. He started the Sean. I'm sorry.
No, it makes sense. I did the before.
Brazil?
That is incorrect. Sabrina?
Full question?
You got it. Last week, 6 people were arrested for allegedly trying to overtake the government in which South American country?
Venezuela.
Venezuela is correct. Nicely done.
Sad.
Sabby, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Venezuela?
4.
4.
3.
3 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 3, 4, and 6. Who knows their coups?
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, somebody does. Last week, 6 people were arrested for allegedly trying to overtake the government in which South American country?
Venezuela.
Venezuela?
Brazil.
Argentina.
Let's go with Colombia.
Uruguay. I have no idea.
Argentina.
Venezuela.
That would be 3. So Sealand's picking up 2 points, and Sabrina with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
Arriba.
That means we move into question 8, the very last one. But before we do, let's take a look at the scoreboard. We now have a tie for first place with 2 different participants. 8 points each for Sealane/Valdezi, and 8 points for Sabrina/Kitty Twiggins. In third place with 6 points, just 2 removed, Sean/Perry L.
Anybody's game.
It's anybody's game.
White
Question
legs.
8. What is the capital of Oregon?
Sabrina.
Sealane?
Eugene.
That's incorrect.
Sabrina?
Sean.
Sabrina?
Portland?
That is incorrect.
Figured.
Sean.
Oregon City.
Salem?
Salem's correct.
Dang, son.
Nicely done. 8, 8, and 7 now is the score. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Salem, the spookiest capital name?
4.
4.
3.
3 for Sealane.
2.
And 2 for Sabrina. Question 8 with answers of 2, 3, and 4.
Ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding, ding.
buddy.
Someone might have overtaken first place. Let's see. Only one way to find out. What is the capital of Oregon?
Salem.
I don't know.
Portland? I don't know.
Salem. Eugene.
Portland?
Salem.
Damn it!
That would be 3. Sealane is picking up those 2 points. And Sabrina and Sean with your guesses of 2 and 4 each picking up 1 point. That means in first place on Fritz on the Street with 10 points, Sealane/Valdezi. Congratulations, Valdezi. In second place with 9 points, Sabrina Ambra/Kitty Twiggins. And in third place with 8 points, Sean Wasson/Perry L.
It was a good run, Sean.
Absolutely.
Don't do this. How condescending.
I'm not being condescending.
Tell
You
me he
didn't-
has 200 points at least.
No, I don't know if I do.
Oh, you.
That
No.
means
We'll get
in
a total.
first place and still leading with 235 points, Mr. Christopher Lane. In second place with 221 points, Sabrina Ambra.
All right.
And in third place with 199 points, Sean Lawson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Fritzy.
Next week.
One day. Yeah, one day. All right, Fritz, you going to hang out with us for a little bit? Yeah.
You know it, my man.
Exciting. Good news. Good news here on a fun Wednesday. We'll continue with that. Don't forget, you can follow Fritz on social media. And I would really encourage you to treat yourself next week. Go out and have some fun with Fritz's Funhouse Trivia. It's on Tuesday nights. It's at Cavo's.
7:30.
And it's at 7:30. And you're going to have fun. You're going to have some awesome food. And you're really going to just enjoy yourself. And if you've been going through a slog, or you've been working 4, 5, 6 weeks nonstop, and you just need something to treat yourself, that's a good thing. So follow Fritz. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. Thenewsjunkie.com/share. All of Fritz's socials are up there and linked. And you can also follow him on Instagram, no_regrets_coyote. Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you.
Let's get into this real quick.
Now get out.
All right.
Because I saw this and I was a little dumbfounded by this story from iNews. And the headline says, U.S. Secret Service can't guarantee Trump and Harris safety from more gunmen, sources warn. And I thought to myself, this is one of those, what would you say you do kind of moments.
Yeah.
If you're the
basically-
Secret Service,
Who
you're like,
announced this?
The sources of the Secret Service said they cannot guarantee that Trump and Harris aren't going to
would
get
you
shot.
say that? Why would you say that?
Probably because they can't guarantee
No, but
that.
their bases.
It sounds like an invitation. Like if I told you I can't guarantee that my front door is locked right now, there would be. I mean, you would go, well, let's find out where Sealane lives and let's go take a
Sure,
look. And don't do
but-
it because my Ring camera is definitely working right now.
If you go
That means it's
skydiving,
not working.
they're now doing that route of if you go skydiving, if you do anything that might be like fun or something to elevate your life, you got to sign that waiver. And at that point, there's they can't get sued or
Hey,
be
they're
fully
the
to
Secret
blame.
Service. Can the Secret Service just lie?
Yeah.
Just lie.
It'd be a
Say,
secret.
we have never been more secret in the Secret Service. We are nailing it right now.
It's in
Nobody's
their
ever.
name for crying out loud.
It's like us coming out and going, we can't guarantee we're going to be able to finish the radio show today.
Or protect the
Where-
FCC license.
Very true. No guarantees.
Well, for F's sake.
I saw the headline. I was like, what would you say you do around here? You're supposed to, that's the main thing, folks. If you're at the Secret Service, protect those people. And
maybe some rehires for people that can protect them.
Yeah, let's get some of these people that are confident that they can do this, because sometimes I feel like I'm the last person left who believes this, but I don't want any of the candidates to get shot. I saw some polls this week that said like 20% of Democrats were, I don't want to get the wording wrong, so we're like disappointed that the, Democrats, Trump didn't get killed by one of these shooters.
That's an insane thing to say.
Damn, I'm trying to find the exact poll. Of course it is. Yeah,
and make 20% of his kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here it is. This is the poll. Hang on. More than 1 in 4 Democrats believe America would be better off if former President Donald Trump had been assassinated, according to a poll from Rasmussen, however much you trust them. While it's always difficult to wish ill of another human being, would America be better off if this... So there's some couching there. You know, while it's always difficult to wish ill will of a human being, would America be better off if Donald Trump had been killed last weekend? 17% said yes. 69%, which is comforting, says no. Yeah. And 14% says, I don't know. It's
undecided.
What are you going to do?
I haven't made up my mind on that right now. I'm firmly in the camp that we don't want people getting assassinated. Let's stay away from that.
No, thank you.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a controversial thing. We should want no violence near these candidates, and the Secret Service should say, thumbs up, we got these folks under control.
They have not had a good year.
They haven't, but thankfully they at least got this last guy who was in the bushes for 12 hours just sitting there waiting. Okay, we're going to go inside the freak-off orgies at Diddy's mansions. We're going inside.
Get your lube ready.
We're going to figure out what was happening at these events. We got that coming up. Got a spicy email headed our way. And we got an 11-year-old that was cuffed and perp walked. Now they released the body cam footage of this little guy getting hauled off to jail. What's going on with that? We'll hear it together. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the Big Show for Animal House, the Humane Society of Lake County drops by to talk about Suds, Pups, and Pints. We'll talk to our buddy Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel for trivia, a pair of tickets to see Jim Gaffigan in January at the Kia Center. And we'll catch up with Ross Padgett about his new son, Miles. Plus, your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Doing a bit of housekeeping and checking up on some of the major roadways here on I-4 westbound. Just past the beach line, traffic is starting to slow down. There's off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive and delays at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. No major problems on State Road 429. Traffic is up to speed on Florida's Turnpike, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest headliners in live music will be taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.
Plus, some special surprises and moments you are not going to want to miss.
Stream only on Hulu this Friday and Saturday, starting at 10:30 p.m.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
The Central Florida International Auto Show is back. November 14th through 17th, the Orange County Convention Center will be filled with hundreds of new vehicles. Get your tickets now and save $2 per ticket at OrlandoAutoShow.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. When looking for an attorney, I would choose experience. Do they care? Will they pick up your phones? I'd avoid the guy who sounds like this when he picks up.
I'd do anything for you. I got plastic wrap, I got a shovel in my trunk, and I got a boat at the marina. Next to this mofo.
If you want to hire a law firm who's willing to work this hard just to do a commercial, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Hey, it's RC Hill. Prices are up everywhere, and that makes affordability a problem. And that's why I'm turning September into Accept-timber. This week at RC Hills, if you hate your car, don't accept the status quo. Just say no. Here at RC Hill, we're all about affordability. My team of finance specialists really hustle to help you find a car you love at a low rate and a monthly payment that fits your budget. That's what my Perfect Payment program is all about. Get a great deal on a new 2024 Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Or check out our certified used trucks, SUVs, and luxury cars. So if you hate your car because it has too many miles or too many problems, dump it and get way over trade value. But hurry, a deal this accepting won't last long. RC Hill Mitsubishi and used car superstores in DeLand and Ocala. See all my rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. And if you need to sell your car today, we pay you on the spot. Visit rchillbuyscars.com. That's rchillbuyscars.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
I never thought much about final expenses until my dad passed away last year. The costs were overwhelming, and it was a tough time for our family. That's when I decided to take control of my own final expense planning. But with my busy schedule, I needed something simple and quick. Then I found the Smart Bunny Insurance app. In just minutes, I secured a final expense insurance policy that fits my needs and budget. No lengthy paperwork, no hassle, just peace of mind right at my fingertips. I'm relieved knowing my loved ones won't have to worry about the financial burden. If you're looking for an easy way to protect your family's future, I highly recommend the Smart Bunny Insurance app. It's fast, convenient, and the best part is you can get coverage up to $25,000 with policies starting as low as $14 per month. Download the Smart Bunny Insurance app today and take the first step towards your peace of mind.
Insurance sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services, Inc. Underwritten by various insurers. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors receive more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's inventhelp.com. InventHelp.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Wake up with football every morning and listen to my new podcast, NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal. 5 days a week, you get all the latest news, the best analysis delivered by the time you get your coffee. This show hits on every single game, every single week, but I can't do it alone, so I'm bringing in all the big guns from NFL media. Subscribe today, and you'll immediately be smarter and funnier than your friends. Listen to NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search NFL Daily to start listening.
Make no payments till 2025 during the Winning Drive sales event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Radio 104.1.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Newsjunkie.com. Check that out at thenewsjunkie.com/gift to give some random users access to secret shows. And you'll see that as able to claim right there on the top of the website when somebody has gifted secret shows subs. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And nobody emails the show. It says disinformation is the subject. It says thousands of devices were manufactured years ago. He's talking about the pager attacks that Israel did on Hezbollah. Thousands of devices were manufactured years ago by a Hungarian firm in collaboration with Israel. This was premeditated years ago. They placed petan in a high explosive inside these devices. Then they started selling them throughout the Middle East region. A lot of the people who were just civilians. God, this dude who emails believes in so much propaganda, so much agitprop from the Middle East. So far, there's 4 doctors dead. No, there's not. And 2 children. Unfortunately, that is true. Explosions even happened in Syria. The United Nations is calling it a sophisticated terror act and a war crime. No, they're not. Lebanese health ministry has ordered all civilians to throw away all their new devices they've purchased recently to old ones. The State Department is saying they had nothing to do with it.
Isn't old ones the problem?
The older ones, yeah, or what's blowing up. It's the ones that these, in particular, Hezbollah people were using. Other people weren't using these pagers. You would have known if you watch news globally, buddy. U.S. media lies. Yeah. Even our devices could be compromised with that high explosive wiggles and pops. Here's
Where are you
the
writing
thing.
this from?
I don't want any little kids to get harmed in dumb warfare between countries. I don't want that to happen. Unfortunately, there were 2 kids amongst the thousands and thousands of people who had their devices, whether they be pagers or walkie-talkies, exploded. There was 2 kids that were killed. That sucks. That's unfortunate. That shouldn't happen. But I don't care how many people in Hezbollah get killed by Israel through pager attacks. I just don't care. These are monstrous people who do the worst of the worst things. If you want to learn about the atrocities of Hezbollah, go ahead. Just look at the Wikipedia page. Spend some time there. But no, 4 doctors were not killed. There weren't doctors carrying these same beepers or pagers or whatever you want to say. You're buying into agitprop from Al Jazeera and other weirdo outlets that are spreading misinformation and then claiming other people are. Well, the head of Al Jazeera was the one who made some of these claims, at least in a story I saw yesterday.
I mean, from what I've seen in the past, they've usually been pretty moderate, but maybe that's changed.
You're talking about American Al Jazeera or the actual...
Al Jazeera English.
Yeah, right. I think that shut down not that long ago. At least I thought that they did. I could be wrong about that. I remember when...
still up.
Al Jazeera is the biggest TV news organization in the Middle East, for those of you who don't know. And that's where I think some of this information may be coming from. How did all this happen? I've got some further details. We're going to go into the freak-off parties that Diddy was having too, as promised. But I thought this was kind of interesting. Here's how the whole attack on these terrorist pagers went down. Just after 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday, thousands of pagers used by terrorist outfit Hezbollah exploded almost simultaneously across Lebanon and parts of Syria, resulting in the deaths of at least 9 people and injuring over 3,000. The spectacular attack in which pagers exploded has been attributed to Israel by both Hezbollah and the Lebanese government. Pagers, communication devices from bygone decades, were made to explode in a remote, sophisticated, coordinated manner. They said, how did they do this? The primitive device, no GPS, no microphones, no cameras. How did this end up exploding? Part 1 of 3. The supply chain was compromised, they said. Hezbollah recently ordered 5,000 pagers from a Taiwan-based manufacturing firm called Gold Apollo. However, the company revealed those pagers were actually produced by a European company, BAC, using the Gold Apollo brand somewhere in Europe. The manufacturer initially declined to comment on the location of this facility that made these, blah, blah, blah. The pagers, before getting into Hezbollah members, had fallen into the hands of Israel's external intelligence agency. So they got en route in the shipment of these pagers, and they put the explosive materials inside of it, this PETN. And then they said the pagers reached Hezbollah. Then they started to use these. They were widely used amongst the members of the group. And then they remotely detonated them in part 3.
God, is that one button? That's so bizarre to think about.
Well, there's speculations that they might have sent a particular coded message to the pager, and then that is what triggered this explosion. But we don't really know what's true and what's not true.
It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's baffling to me. I mean, obviously, when you think about it, maybe a lot easier than you would think. But considering, like, that was via pagers.
Yep.
Now you have people that are buying vapes that have screens on it and that can show you what the weather is, and you can still smoke out of it. It's just like all those devices. That's such a dated technology that, like, what do we have amongst us now that is very cheap? People can buy at a gas station or get in bulk that could be used for something so destructive.
More things than you would think. Yeah, more things than you would think, for sure. That is kind of crazy to consider. I don't know if they could do it with our iPhones. If they intercepted a whole bunch of iPhones, could they put enough explosive into this thing to blow us all up? It's possible.
Didn't they have some, what was it? Was it Google or Galaxy phone that exploded? But that was by accident?
Yeah, unrelated to this attack, certainly, I think. But I don't know what to expect out of this next. I just know it's very interesting. I know I'm not weeping any tears for the members of Hezbollah that had their eyes blown up, because they would certainly do it to other people. And the idea that there's a lot of people wringing their hands today about the potential that this had for harming civilians is kind of save me with that a little bit. The group that this is coming from regularly just targets civilians, and all of a sudden there's a big freak out over the civilians that could have been injured. And of course, in the case of these two people, the two kids that died, that is an unfortunate outcome. All right.
That freak out right to freak off.
Yeah, we're going to go to the freak off.
There we go.
We got to talk about the freak offs. We'll put this in jury duty. We'll roll through what was going on at these parties, what kind of things they were taking, what was happening. All that is on the way, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
Orlando City SC will try to pull closer to clinching a playoff berth tonight when they take on Charlotte. Lions are currently 5th in the Eastern Conference. With Florida football stumbling and Billy Napier's firing feeling more imminent by the day, some of the Gators' SEC rivals are poised to flip some commits. And tennis legend Billie Jean King will be the first individual women's athlete to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
MFQ on chat says, are you going to talk about the interest rates thing? Yes, we will get to that on the show today. We got a lot more to get to. But right now, I want to tell you about my friend Leon Mills. He is the best. It was just his birthday the other day. And he runs a company that's done the right way. This is the kind of company that you want to support because you say they actually care about the customer. They want to be fair with you. They're not trying to rip you off like so many other companies will. And when your AC breaks, if you're like me at all, you don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if it's a $5 part or a $5,000 part. I don't know how all of it works. But I do know that with Mills Air, the techs are so good and so nice and so honest. And that's what I truly love about them. That's why I'm so confident to send you over to Mills Air. And if you don't have any major issues now, sign up for preventative maintenance that can detect an upcoming breakdown. That's important. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com. I've got the ultimate pro tip for you. The secret weapon for the bedroom. Something that's going to give you confidence and something that is very easy for you to get a couple of clicks away. And I'm going to share an awesome deal with you. This is about Blue Chew. Blue Chew is amazing. It is performance enhancement for the bedroom. It's going to give you that extra confidence. And when you're ready to perform, you're going to be happy you had Blue Chew with you. This is also an online prescription service. So there's no visits to the doctor's office. You don't have to have those awkward conversations, or you don't have to wait in line at the pharmacy. It's streamlined, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. Boom, you're off to the races with Blue Chew just like that. Here's what you need to do. You can try Blue Chew free when you use the promo code TNJ at checkout. That's TNJ. You just pay $5 shipping. That's it. BlueChew.com. The promo code is the letters TNJ. You'll get your first month free. Find them online at BlueChew.com.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like One Hit Wonders.
This is the story of a girl. I'm not sick, but I'm not well.
Just search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Enjoy your dominance over artificial intelligence while you can.
Did the coffee machine always have a laser cannon?
Tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Real, no Radio 104.1.
Send us a dispatch and join the ranks of the great 5 percenters.
Diddy's freak-off parties and what was happening behind the scenes there, according to this whole big investigation that went down. And
what?
I have no idea. No idea where that came from.
Me?
Is that Diddy? Is that Diddy himself?
Yeah, that's what he does in all of his songs.
Diddy himself.
Yeah.
No, he's not doing it. He's not doing that now. He's behind bars and going to stay there. They said bail denied for Diddy. He is behind bars, and guess who's free out there?
Who?
This criminal on Dancing with the Stars that C-Lane is very excited about these days.
I just think it's fascinating that they're, I mean, I know.
Oh, Anna?
Yeah, we talked about when I think Whoopi Whoopi Goldberg was upset that they were going to let this criminal on Dancing with the Stars. And
she did her time.
Well, not totally, because she's on Dancing with the Stars wearing a blinged out ankle monitor.
Oh,
this
nice.
is Anna Delvey.
So
who
dramatic.
Was, a con artist. She was responsible for a lot of fraud. She was pretending to be very wealthy when she wasn't. She got caught up in all of it. They made was it a movie or a series?
It was a Netflix series.
Yeah.
And they made a Netflix series out of Anna Delvey. And her voice is very distinguishable.
Because she had like 5 different accents.
Yeah, it's like Eastern European / Russian.
What was the thing she would say about being poor?
You're poor.
You're poor. Don't be dramatic.
Don't be poor. So she's on Dancing with the Stars, and she has an ankle monitor on because why not?
That might be hard for a kick flip, you know?
Hey, I didn't know they would do this, but C-Lane said they let her bling out her ankle monitor.
Yeah.
The ankle monitor has...
It's like a cast.
Yeah,
Except the cops will get you if you take it off.
Yeah, I didn't know that they would let you do that, like customize your ankle monitor.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could bedazzle it.
Right, yeah, I thought that wasn't
You can
a thing.
bedazzle anything, Fritzy.
That's true. Thank you.
But it is, and she's on television. That's an interesting choice.
I forgot that in inventing Anna, I think it was a reporter that was interviewing her a lot in jail in the show. And the person that plays the reporter was the actress that played Veda Sultanfuss in My Girl.
Oh
my God.
That's a full circle.
That goes way back. C-Lane connecting the dots over there.
I forgot. I remember noticing that when...
But they like, she still has the same face. It's like that child actor in which you can recognize immediately. I just rewatched Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, yeah.
And the dad in that is Elliot from E.T. But it takes you a second. Like, this face looks so familiar, and then you Google it, and it's like, oh, my God, it's Elliot.
That
With her,
literally-
it looks just like her.
This just happened to me last night. We're watching a movie, and I go, who is that?
Haley Joel Osment?
Haley Joel Osment, because we were watching Blink Twice, which came out to watch
Joel
on
Osment
demand.
has the face still, but it's like the rest
Same.
of it has been stretched out.
Yeah, and he's a weird character in this movie. He's constantly eating hard-boiled eggs, and you just see his
What's wrong with that?
kid face just pounding hard-boiled eggs. It's all he eats in the entire movie.
Yeah. It's how he eats it.
Did you guys see Blink Twice? Did anybody see this yet or no?
No.
I saw
Formerly
something,
known as Pussy Island?
saw something
Yes.
with him in it, but I don't remember if we were watching Blink Twice or something else.
Blink Twice,
Probably Blink
done
3
by
times.
Zoe Kravitz. She was the person who was behind this movie, I believe. And it started off, and I'm like, oh, God, a trigger warning on the screen and all this stuff. And I said, what's going to happen here? And we watched the movie. Well done. Well done.
Trigger warning necessary. Or no?
I don't think so. I'm not a trigger warning person, but
Cool.
well done movie. I think that she could have gone so many different ways, and especially with all these movies getting super political and stuff, she could have done some things that went down those avenues, and she didn't, and the movie was way better for it. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you guys will know this, I don't know if I've ever seen Channing Tatum as the bad guy in a movie before.
This is the end.
Is he a bad guy in that?
Yeah, at the end he is.
All right. Mostly he's just
Spoiler alert.
a fun party guy, or he's in 21
Mike.
Jump Street. She's in Magic Mike. And I hadn't seen him personally in this role of the bad guy. And he plays that in this movie. And the plot, like what they were doing in this plot.
You go see it in theaters, or it's available now to stream?
It's available on streaming now. We had to pay for it. And this is one of those things where you start doing the financial math in your head. You go, it's
I love that.
$20.99 to rent or $23.99 to buy.
Exactly. Now,
all right.
I've done the same thing. Have I watched any of those movies that I've bought just because I can now own them? Mind you, when
just watch them once.
when Prime, it's either through Apple or Prime where you can buy it, and if they lose the license and you don't own it anymore.
Yeah.
My favorite math is like they release
seems
it
unfair.
and they're like, and it's still in theaters, but I'm like, hey, we could buy this now and it's going to be $10 each. and then we can get some popcorn, and we're going to spend at least $40 less than we would at the theater if we just watch it here at home, and we can go to the bathroom and pause it.
I wonder,
it's worth it.
I wonder if that's part of the terms and service. Like, say, my wife bought Top Gun Maverick when it was available to stream or buy, and she's like, I'm just going to buy it. And then if Amazon loses the license and we don't have it anymore, is that part of the terms and service to say we only buy it for as long as they have the rights to stream it?
I believe so, because I bought Nope when it came out, that Jordan Peele UFO movie, and I can't find it anymore on my Amazon Prime.
That's the whole thing. I remember hearing it years ago.
I like thinking I can give him my money as hey, you keep doing you, Jordan Peele. Apparently, that's not the case.
But
he's having a hard time financially. I know that.
It used to be when you bought something like that, you could download it and have a copy for yourself.
Right.
Like you could have, and it would
DVDs.
be on your computer or on your streaming device. It would be on your hard drive, and it's there whenever you want to watch it.
That would be a VOD, a video on demand. You can always just click on it.
From what I understand, and I heard this a couple years ago, is that when it comes to the licensing, it's whatever app you're buying it from. Under their umbrella, you own it. But if they lose the rights to stream it anymore, then you no longer have access to it.
The only thing that I have like this is back in the day on iTunes on my Apple TV.
Stream TV.
In the Apple Store, I purchased all of the seasons of King of the Hill. One at a time, I purchased every single season of King of the Hill. And then they removed it from the streaming services at the time, and they took it down from the store. And I still had access. You could not buy them, but I still had access to watch my episodes that I had purchased. So I think maybe it's depending on what platform.
But if I buy them, right? Can I still download it and have it at my house so that if they do lose access, it's still on my machine?
If it's
still
downloaded
somewhere
already, I feel like it would still be there. Now, if you're going to go and access it from another machine, then I don't know if it would be still there. But maybe I'm wrong and should shut my stupid mouth.
Well, Blink Twice was one of these movies where we kept having to pause it. Talking about the benefit of being able to pause the movie, which I really do actually love.
Yeah, me too.
And you can't do it at theater. And we kept pausing and we're going, oh, wait, hold on. How could that be the case? Well, it was a little bit Inception-like. There's a little bit.
So I have to watch
of
it 5 times in order to understand.
No, it'll make sense. It'll all make sense. But there's layers to what's going on there. And I thought she did a bang-up job.
So it's a little bit ogre-like. Because it has layers.
Get out of my swamp. So where you go?
Yeah, I'll take it.
In the morning, I'm making waffle.
All this, I was trying to talk about Diddy's freak-off parties. And
we've run out of time.
Damn it, man. What we'll do...
What a hell of a tease. Keep listening.
I'll tell you that...
See, Lane, I just don't think people are going to associate it. Such a small clip.
Jury Duty, which was completely free of any jury stories, is brought to you by Moses Dewey. I almost said Puff Daddy.
Oh, that's not
How dare you?
That's not the way that Moses wants to be represented.
Yeah. Also, shout out Mo. Thanks for having me at the Mo Comedy Jam.
Nope. Okay. JustCallMo.com. That's the website. JustCallMo.com. 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO. Or go to JustCallMo.com. We will go into those freak-off stories when we return. We'll talk about the 11-year-old. Got the video now of his arrest. And a whole lot more to sort through. And I hope we can work this all in before the end of the show today. We'll see how much we can accomplish in an hour. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Election day is getting close, but the deadline to register to vote is even closer. Details at realradio.fm/vote2024. Make your voice heard.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, traffic is slowing down westbound between International Drive and State Road 535. Authorities are still working on that accident, partially blocking the off-ramp from the Greenway southbound to Orange Blossom Trail. No major problems at the moment on State Road 429. Traffic is up to speed on I-95, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Pick Your Part. Daytona, Pick Your Part is open. Bring your tools and pull quality used auto parts at huge discounts. This Friday the 20th to Sunday the 22nd, take 25% off everything store-wide. Excludes admissions. More info at pyp.com. Pick Your Part, Daytona. Save big by pulling your own parts.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Every morning brings new opportunities. That's why I love McDonald's new limited time breakfast deal. For just $5, I can mix and match 2 of my favorite breakfast sandwiches to make all new flavor combinations. Today, I'm starting my morning with a sausage McMuffin with egg and an Egg McMuffin for just $5. Tomorrow, I may mix it up with 2 Egg McMuffins. So, it's a new day, but the same great 2 for $5 deal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price. What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cupditioners. Air Cupditioners come in all my favorites, like Classic Coke, Southern Style Sweet Tea, Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, and, of course, iced coffee. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you ready to sell your commercial real estate and cash in on your investment? Don't wait. With the market heating up, buyers are eager and the selling opportunities are endless. Our expert team at Transworld will help you get the best deal for your property. We handle everything from listing to closing so you can focus on what matters most to you. Call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or visit transworldcre.com. Again, that's transworldcre.com. Call today to schedule a consultation. Our dedicated professionals will provide a free property assessment and a customized marketing plan to attract the right buyers. One more time, call Transworld Commercial Real Estate at 800-205-7605 or transworldcre.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour.
I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code OIL25.
I never thought much about final expenses until my dad passed away last year. That's when I decided to take control of my own final expense planning. Then I found the Smart Money Insurance app. I secured a final expense insurance policy that fits my needs and budget. You can get coverage up to $25,000 with policies starting as low as $14 per month. Download the Smart Money Insurance app today and take the first step towards your peace of mind.
Insurance sold by Smart Money Insurance Services, Inc. Underwritten by various insurers. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. The only radio show strong enough to fight off a Category 5 hurricane. This
right up on top, and you can watch the stream of the show, or you can go on YouTube or Twitch to watch the show. And if you miss it afterwards, you'll always see the archived video of the show, the VOD of the News Junkie each day on thenewsjunkie.com. Just click the thumbnail. We're going to get into some of your dispatches here in a moment. A couple of things to mention. The Fed did cut interest rates the first time in a while. They were wondering if the Fed would cut interest rates by 25 basis points or 50 basis points, which is half a point, and that's what they did. 0.5% reduction in federal
I'm going to be
loan
rich.
numbers. The interest rate on the federal level is dropping finally, and that's down half of a point. What does this mean? Well, the banks borrow money from the feds, and the lowest possible rate you could ever get, if it was like 0%, would be you just getting what the federal rate is at any moment. And when we were really rocking and rolling with the economy, the federal rate was almost at zero. It was virtually zero. So you could get really low mortgages, 3%, 2%. Now you can't do that because they jacked those rates way up to slow down the economy, to halt inflation. Now they think the economy is beginning to recover a little bit, and so they cut those interest rates a half a point. This means that you should see your mortgage rates start to come down. Your rates of lending for other things like to buy a car or something, they should come down as much as half a percentage point, which will save you on your monthly payments and the overall amount that you pay. It's going to come down more, but this is just the start of finally reducing those. Anybody who's got a mortgage in the last year or two knows you can't find those 2-3% mortgage rates anymore. You're not finding them. It's 6, 7 maybe, and this will start to kick that back down, which is good over time.
The stock market is spiking green. Oh, awesome.
Ooh,
all right.
Wonder how my cryptocurrency's doing.
I'm cashing out right now.
Yeah, right.
Right now, I'm taking all my money. So 0.5% cut from the feds. That's what we ended up with there. The Diddy story is right here in front of me. I want to just go over everything here with these freak-off parties. Diddy is currently behind bars. From what I've seen so far, he should stay there forever. If he did the things that they're alleging he did, and they seem to have a lot of evidence against him,
for sure.
He is a bad individual and
bad boy.
Did terrible things to people. So here's what it all boils down to. we go with Wikipedia back to 2017. That's when they said this started. In May 2017, Cindy Ruella, who previously served as Combs' personal chef, filed a lawsuit against Diddy, claiming, among other things, sexual harassment and this was important throughout this, retaliation. This guy was operating like a mobster. Not only was he doing things to people, allegedly, but then if those people dared to speak up, he was retaliating against them, which means when Cassie came forward and told what happened to her, she was risking a lot to put her story out there.
Oh, absolutely. And then, is it O'Day? There was another girl who has been speaking out about him on an island by herself for the longest time. And it's not Andrea O'Day. Andrea O'Day?
I don't know.
Andra Day? No,
Let's see if we can find that. I'm not seeing that in front of me. It might be before this. They said that lawsuit.
Aubrey O'Day.
Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane, I think. She was a pop star in one of his groups, one of Diddy's groups.
That is correct.
That's points, Sean.
I don't know, weird things. The lawsuit was settled for an undisclosed amount in 2019. Then in 2023, Cassie Ventura, with whom Combs had a long-term relationship, filed a lawsuit against him, accusing him of all sorts of terrible stuff. The lawsuit also suggested Combs was responsible for blowing up Kid Cudi's car. I didn't even know that part of it.
I wonder if that was part of the arson charges, because I think one of the biggest question marks has been like, all right, he's charged with this. All right, the trafficking, racketeering, arson?
He's blowing up people's cars? He's really acting like a monster.
Big time.
Combs
all the stuff like the freak-offs that he filmed.
He would use that against him.
Absolutely. He's like, if you want to go ahead and talk about me, then I'm going to show everybody what you did. Hey. Those things that you did, I likely forced you to do them because of this long-standing vicious circle.
Weirdly enough,
period.
Nobody was like brave enough to go, all right, buddy, show these things. It doesn't seem like,
put it out there.
Yeah, put it out there. I don't know that would be looking that great on you.
Even worse, he's throwing these parties and he's trying to push drugs on everybody. Ecstasy, ketamine. They said BHB.
Nicotine.
BHB? I thought it was GHB.
The story I see says BHB. Maybe it's a typo. GHB.
When you're a celebrity, you get better drugs.
Maybe he's got BHB. It must be.
BHB is a chemical made by the body. So
I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, it must be a typo. It must mean GHB. They said Combs and Ventura, that's Cassie, reached an undisclosed settlement the following day. That went away real quick because he knew what she had. On May 17, 2024, CNN released surveillance footage of Combs physically assaulting Ventura at the Intercontinental Hotel. That is another thing he paid the people at the hotel to get rid of, because that's the kind of stuff he did. In May of 2024, Combs issued a video apology on Instagram saying he was truly sorry and his actions were inexcusable. In November of 2023, 2 further lawsuits were filed against Combs by 2 additional complaints alleging sexual assault and revenge porn. One of the lawsuits claimed in 90 or 91, he and Aaron Hall abused a woman, with Combs recording the incident. So that's going all the way back to 1990. That's 33 years ago. On December 6, 2023, a lawsuit was filed in Manhattan District Court by a woman who alleged Combs did this to her as well when she was 17 years old, and he posted a response denying this. Then you had that Lil Rod guy come out, and he said Diddy did stuff to him, and it was just piling up. The Department of Homeland Security started an investigation. They seized computers and electronic devices. They started questioning Sean Diddy Combs, and then they were named in more and more lawsuits as time went on. This just kept going. And a lot of the companies that he was working with canceled their deals with him. Macy's said no more Sean John clothing. I
didn't know Sean John was still a thing.
I guess he still got that out there. He stepped down from Revolt TV where he worked. Hulu canceled a reality show that they were working on with him. And just basically all the companies that had a contact with him dropped Diddy. And if they didn't, they certainly did as of this week. Your reputation is not surviving this.
You see there above where Kesha changed her lyric?
Yeah, no. that was a while ago. But she changed, you know the song.
Oh, from Wake Up in the Morning Feeling Like P. Diddy?
Is that TikTok?
Where she said, wake up in the morning, F. P. Diddy.
Yeah, wake up in the morning like FP Diddy is what she changed it to.
Good move.
And well, at one point they said she did wake up in the morning feeling like just me. That's not as good as the FP Diddy.
No.
Keep the FP Diddy one in there. I like that better.
One.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a radio version. That song still gets played, I'm sure. It's fairly popular. Here's this 11-year-old kid who threatened to blow up a school. He had all these airsoft guns.
Was this after the sheriff's big press conference?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to parent your kids, and I'm going to perp walk you. And this is the first kid after this announcement?
I don't even know if it made it a week after Chitwood said that. Chitwood said,
I think he
made
the announcement because of this kid.
Oh.
Did he? Because the announcement I had seen before I heard about this arrest. But maybe you're right. Maybe it was this 11-year-old that started that video. And here he is.
All right, sir, careful as you can. You're going to be walking over here to the gate over here, all right?
Damn, he is just a kid.
Slow and steady. What you here for today?
They're still talking to him like a little kid, too.
What'd you do, buddy?
Yeah.
Put that foot down. Let me get the other foot.
They're chaining him up.
Letter of the day is A. We're arrested.
All right. Come on in here. Have a seat in the cell. We're going to gather up some paperwork.
Well, I would be freaking.
You have any questions? All right.
We're
going to start doing Monday is.
Yeah, they're really going
That's
down.
what he brought?
So these are all of his airsoft guns that he had. And I want to throw this question to everybody. When I see this, it's an absolute arsenal of airsoft guns and knives that this young kid had. Let's pull those apart. Knives and swords right here that you see on this table if you're watching. For everybody else, is a table full of knives and swords. There's over a dozen of them.
Well,
there's a bunch of them here. And when I look at that, do you think, were you to have an 11-year-old child, would you give them knives and swords or allow them to have that?
No.
That's a big no from me. I would not do that. This is
Like
red
that?
flags.
Look at that.
These are full-on swords, full-size swords that their parents let this kid have. If you're a parent and you're letting your kids have this stuff, red flags towards you. Red flags in this household. This kid is permitted to do too many things, and the parenting has to be called into question. There's no way he was hiding all of these swords and knives from you as parents. You must have been feeding into this.
They're all bigger than him.
They're
And
huge.
then how about the places he bought it from? Like, there are adults that are involved in this entire process.
Katanas, ninja stars, all of the things.
He's like all four Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles wrapped into one kid.
He is. So we seem to be in agreement that having the knives and the swords, red flag, bad parenting, you should not be doing this.
I said yesterday, I think it was yesterday on the show, that I bought a knife, a butterfly knife, at a flea market when I was in elementary school. And the thing that I left out was that my mother was not pleased about it.
Yeah.
And it was not to leave my room. Like, it didn't get taken away from me, but it was just like, because I was not with my parents at this flea market. I think I was with, like, a friend's dad had taken us there.
Look at the flea market just selling knives to little kids.
No problem with that.
Come on up. Here you go. Here's a ninja star and a knife. Something you could go kill somebody with.
They're like, I know these kids won't negotiate, so I'm going to go like triple the actual price.
Yeah, why not?
There's no law, I guess, against selling knives and other items like that to young kids.
There might have been.
That amount.
There might have been, but just like the gun laws where there are loopholes, I think some of those flea markets were operating on kind of, why not?
Under the table.
Did you go to the circus at the flea market? It makes total sense.
It looks like there is an adult with you. I don't know if they're your parent. I haven't asked you if you're allowed to have this, but here you go.
Well, the bigger question I have, excuse me, a little burpee there. And the bigger question I have is, when you look at this kid's arsenal of airsoft guns, we have magazines, we have like a magazine box, like a big thing you would have in the military. We have things that look like assault rifles that are airsoft guns. We have handguns that are airsoft guns. We have a wide variety of these things.
It's confirmed that every one of these was, in fact, airsoft, and none of them were actual firing bullets, because those magazines, unless they're just magazines that are full of little airsoft pellets.
Oh, they are. They're all made to look like it.
That's what they said in the report that I read.
Also, he brought all of this to school?
No.
What?
They went back to his house, and that's where they found that he had all of these things. But if you're a parent and you let your child at 11 years old have one airsoft gun, maybe he plays with his friends, maybe they get involved, because people do this. They'll go to a place and they have a little war between two teams with the airsoft guns, and they use things to keep themselves safe and cover their eyes. Yeah, and they do LARP like they're in a battle. I get it. That can make sense. But if you let your kid have a full-on fake arsenal of airsoft guns, that's red flag for me,
and
too.
You're obviously giving him the money. He doesn't have a job or a 401k, right?
No, he's not buying this on his own. You're letting him buy all these fake guns, which, how is that not the breadcrumb trail to when he gets a little bit older to going, hey, let's replace all these with real guns?
That's the crazy part.
I found a pocket knife when I was very young at my dad's business. And I begged him. him. I'm like, please let me have it. I'm going to be so careful. I promise. I will. Yeah. He gave me the whole speech. It took me hours to convince him. And then within 1 hour, I cut my sibling's cheek by accident.
Oh, my God.
Because I said, I'm going to get on my bicycle with the knife open. We're going to play shark. I mean, and everyone was down for the game until someone got seriously hurt and got
jousted
stitches.
with an actual knife?
Yeah, because I was a child and
shark?
And though very convincing, like... It's just, and that was just a pocket knife. Can you imagine the damage I would have done?
Hold on. Explain to me.
It was a brand new game, and we didn't play it again, obviously.
How did the game Shark work?
I went around. We had a little deck.
Sabrina is
deck.
the shark, and her sister is the victim.
Yeah,
correct.
Is the chum,
and it was a small deck, and I mean. I was a better shark than a bicyclist because I ate it, and then it went right into their cheek.
Was there any way that she could have won this game?
Probably running faster.
Get good.
It was a bad move. Mind you, I turned out just fine, and a lot of forgiveness has been given, and I do apologize once again. I'm going to put it out there. But that is why you don't give... Now I feel like I'm blaming my parents. But it was very convincing.
No. One tiny knife... And especially if it's like a Swiss Army knife, is so different from what this kid has.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's like a 1 to 2 inch blade. This is like
but guess what I never got again?
This is a long sword.
Okay, I can make sense of your parents making that decision. But your parents giving you, when you're a child, a singular knife, like, let's see how responsible you could be. You use this to whittle things or whatever you're doing outside, but be safe. That is so different.
Sabrina, the 8-year-old whittler girl.
Well, you know what I'm saying. There are reasons why you would give a young kid a little small knife you might give them that aren't bad.
Shark was not one of them.
When the kid has 20 knives and swords and all this stuff, it's a sign. I told the story on Twitter over the weekend.
Yeah,
True story.
Please make me feel better about what I just said.
I had a friend whose name was Justin. And Justin and I bonded when I went to Berean Christian private school.
Is that kiss in the mouth, don't tell anybody?
No, not like that. Oh. We just became buds because we both really liked computers. And at the time, computers weren't what they are now. So when you found somebody else into computers, it was kind of cool that you could hang out with them. And we liked some of the same music. And one day, he invited me over to his house. And he didn't say anything about like, hey, expect this, expect that. I go over to his house. And I walk down the hallway of his house. There's crap everywhere in this house. His door has like nails in it. There's like a knife in the door. There's all kinds of crazy things spray painted on there. And it looks like it's been destroyed. You go into his room. He's got knives everywhere. He had just like this kid. He had knives just like this kid. And he was like, man, I hate my family so much.
Oh, God.
I wish I could leave here. I hate my mom so much. She's the worst. And at one point, I left and I went outside the front door. And I walked out. I was looking around his front yard. And I heard a noise. And his mom was behind me outside the front door. And she had a long gun pointed at me.
Wow.
And she's like, who the F are you? And she's going to shoot me with this gun. And I go, whoa. And I never spoke so fast in my life. You know, I'm Sean. I'm here with Justin. I go to school with him.
We love computers together. I don't know.
I told her all the things, everything. And finally, she puts the gun down. She never dropped her crazy
gun to you. You're
she pointed the gun from 15 feet away, maybe. Pointed the gun directly at me. This was further out. This was in Loxahatchee, which is even more out there than the acreage. And his mom never lost that aggressive, crazy energy.
And your murder would have never been solved.
I swore back then that if there was one of these shootings, he would be the person that you suspected. And the knives thing is a part of it, right? The knives thing is a part of it. Years later, actually, when we were still in high school, in junior year, he was driving down the road in his truck, I believe, that he had at the time, and he floored it and purposely drove into oncoming traffic. And he died that way. But if he didn't do that, I would have almost guaranteed that it would have turned out on the path that this little kid looks like he's down. The knives are a sign.
That's such an intense story, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
True story. It actually happened. And I just remember thinking that at the time I would go, well, he's my friend, so hopefully he wouldn't do anything to me, but he could absolutely be violent. And when you look at the home life of these kids, why does it always match up? Why are there always an abundance of real or fake weapons? Why are the parents being so willing to let them have swords? My kid at 11 is not going to have a sword. Are you kidding me?
He had a bong.
Yeah, that's bad. I'd give my kid a bong 1,000,000 times.
Same.
Yeah, a million bongs.
And then you think about like these situations.
You've given me
too.
quite a few.
It's what?
I have.
It's generations too. Just generations of this is like, well, my parents didn't. I was just fine, and the parents before that was just fine. But there's a lot more influence, a lot of bad influence.
Why is it
More
that
now.
whenever we go back to their parents, 9 times out of 10, the parents always seem like the same detached people, like Justin's mom. The parents who say, well, I knew my son Adam was on the spectrum and had an obsession with school shootings, but we bought him all these semi-automatic rifles because it really made him happy when we purchased them.
Therapy.
And why? Yeah, it was therapy to give him these weapons. That, of course, is the Sandy Hook shooter.
Total lie.
Why does it match up so many times that you have these weird-ass parents who are doing all these same weird things? This little kid, I'm not saying he did that, but that looks like the path to me. That's what it looks like. I hope he gets off that. I hope he's okay. I hope his parents have some sort of change here.
Isn't that why Chitwood said that he would also plan on going after the parents and perp walking them as well?
Yeah, I don't know if he did it with this kid.
But he's like, it sounded like he wanted to perp walk whoever is caught so that everyone else that's watching it will stop it. Now, what do we do with this 11-year-old so that nothing comes from it? Like rehabilitation is kind of a weird word to use, but it's
He's
like
11.
He is 11. So where do we go from here so that this individual can grow up to be a sound part of society and not hurt a massive amount of people in the future?
The theory from Chitwood and people like him is that scaring them by showing them you're going to end up actually behind bars will be the thing that changes them.
I don't think it's a terrible idea.
Okay. And I don't know what the route is. Scaring tactic has perhaps worked in the past, and then it's also backfired.
Yeah, it's a good sociology experiment, I guess.
But I mean, not only scaring the kids, but scaring the parents as well. I mean, into learning like, hey, these are the consequences that happen. I mean, like there's got to be other parents with kids that they're worried about looking at this going, hey, maybe we should talk to our son.
Talking, that is a solid point. As far as like scaring them with you're going to go to jail and this is going to be the repercussions, and not like diving deep into whatever else is going on, the root of it. This is all like nuanced too. It's individual cases, unfortunately.
Well, in this case, and Jimmy made a good point yesterday, I didn't even think of it because we looked at the mugshot yesterday, and this kid didn't look like he, and I hadn't seen the perp walk video until today, until we just watched it just now. He didn't seem like he was in tears and, oh my gosh, no, I made a mistake. And
that is
he
true.
He just seemed very dead-faced.
Yeah, there's something about that.
Yeah, he's
that
like, in you go, and he goes, yes, sir.
Fresh Rocks on Twitch says, I don't think toy guns and swords are the problem. That's the Mortal Kombat video game argument. It's parenting. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm saying this is a symptom of the problem of parenting. No right-minded, well-meaning parent is going to let an 11-year-old kid who's clearly displaying problematic behaviors have an arsenal of knives and swords.
No.
It shows you, without looking into the house, what's going on in that house. And I think it's important that they try to do something in these cases. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. A man tries to steal a Corvette in, well, let's just say it didn't go very well. What happened? You're going to hear it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Debris on the roadways causing delays on Florida's Turnpike northbound near exit 267A. There's also slowdowns on State Road 408 due to an object in the roadway westbound near State Road 436. Authorities are still working on that accident, partially blocking the off-ramp from the Greenway southbound to Orange Blossom Trail. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts, now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest headliners in live music will be taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.
Plus, some special surprises and moments you are not going to want to miss.
Stream only on Hulu this Friday and Saturday, starting at 10:30 p.m.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. The Sportsbook for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, it's RC Hill. Prices are up everywhere, and that makes affordability a problem. And that's why I'm turning September into Accept-timber. This week at RC Hills, if you hate your car, don't accept the status quo. Just say no. Here at RC Hill, we're all about affordability. My team of finance specialists really hustle to help you find a car you love at a low rate and a monthly payment that fits your budget. That's what my Perfect Payment program is all about. Get a great deal on a new 2024 Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Or check out our certified used trucks, SUVs, and luxury cars. So if you hate your car because it has too many miles or too many problems, dump it and get way over trade value. But hurry, a deal this accepting won't last long. RC Hill Mitsubishi and used car superstores in DeLand and Ocala. See all my rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. And if you need to sell your car today, we pay you on the spot. Visit rchillbuyscars.com. That's rchillbuyscars.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
This weekend at International Diamond Center, you can buy like a dealer buys with extreme values on all GIA certified diamonds. It's IDC's annual diamond sale with extra savings on an entire collection of hand-picked, natural, rare diamonds, all shapes and all sizes. Rounds, ovals, princess cuts, cushion cuts, emerald cuts, perfectly cut diamonds certified by the most prestigious gym lab in the world. Get the best price of the year and take advantage of 36 months zero interest financing on any purchase. And for this event, you can match that diamond with the perfect ring from Tacori or Veragio. Both world-class designers are flying in their entire collections for this, both bridal and fashion lines. So come join us as we open the IDC Vault and showcase the largest selection of diamonds you've ever seen in one place at prices you never thought possible. Create the ring of your dreams and get 3 years zero interest financing. It's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday exclusively at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like One Hit Wonders Radio. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember. And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah. Just open the free iHeart. Free never sounded so good.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at
Learn more about the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and you'll see all about dispatching. You can interact with other listeners. You can find the links to the Discord. It's all there for you on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com as we enter our 4th hour of people roasting my legs in chat, and it's really been a blessing just to be distracted by jokes about my legs being very, very white.
Sean, is it flattering to you to get so much attention on them gams?
It's not great.
No? Okay.
If I'm
Can
honest,
you go to the white
Fritz.
shot? I just want to see how white they actually are.
They're not. No, I'm hiding them back here. I'm hiding
come
them.
on, let's see them.
Kick back, relax.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Sea lane, you animal.
There's nothing wrong. Look, it's a totally normal leg. I'll put it out here.
Yeah, for a snowman.
It's not that white.
No.
Yeah,
Look at his
Wow, the point.
Yeah, you've been working out.
Get out of here.
Or doing ballet, I'm not completely sure.
He went in too close. He's got too many things over there, too many toys. Tips of the newsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails the show. Anonymous says, hey, News Junkie.
Hey.
I just wanted to say thank you for giving me a reason to laugh through the pain.
Why are you anonymous then?
Well, you'll see.
She going to eat these words?
It's, in the past 2 weeks, I lost my aunt, and the next day I lost a cousin to cancer. 5 days later, I was hit on the head by somebody while waiting to turn out of a parking lot. And then a few days later, my wife and I lost our daughter. Your show has given me a reason to smile and laugh through the pain, and I wanted to say thank you for everything you guys do. Well, Anonymous, Jesus, man.
Thank you, then.
That's a stretch. And this is why, in emails like that, honestly, this is why we do the show.
You know you're making it worse for them with your white-ass legs.
I might be. It's not making it better. I know it's not improving it. Hey, come on. Got it.
It's the quick tuck in.
It's well, for me, it's him like reacting like somebody just poked him, like just tickled him. He just just kind of moves it.
What do you guys think that if you're going out walking, the sun is shining down on you, you're outside for over an hour, 2 hours every day, you would think that the sun would get down to your legs, right?
Maybe.
Why is that not happening?
Sean, do you ever just go out there and just get naked for a couple minutes, let the sun hit you?
Please don't do that.
All over the world.
I live in the same neighborhood, and I swear to God, if you do that, I will write about you on Facebook.
I'm going to say it's very relaxing.
I've thought about it. I went into the pool this weekend.
Yeah, naked?
And, no, fully
Stop
clothed.
asking him if he gets naked.
Because if I went into my pool naked, it might be a nice adventure for me, but I know the disturbing truth.
That his pubes would be everywhere.
I have 2 security cameras angled at the pool.
Oh, yeah.
And I would see myself in all the angles.
Do you review your footage at the end of the night?
No, but I might see it as I get alerts for any motion anywhere. And I might see that and I go, oh, God, ew.
So I have a security camera that points to the auto feeder but it's in my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are moments where I'm like, I go to bed sometimes without a shirt on, and then you have your 3 o'clock in the morning, like, I am dying of thirst.
Yeah.
And as I'm chugging whatever, and I look at the camera, and I'm
Whiskey.
like, my teas are out, huh?
The world
I'm
is
looking
taking
like
this
the
in.
biggest POS right now. And if anyone was hacking into my computer, would this make money? I do not know.
No, of course it
Well,
would.
Thank
I
you,
do
Fritzy.
wonder about those moments.
You
And
didn't
it
have to ask
does,
me if I was naked. I was.
it seems freeing to be naked in those positions, but also just dangerous.
No,
it's just very dangerous.
There's nothing like it.
But let's get those legs tanned, huh?
Fritz, you're naked in your backyard from time to time, or what?
Oh, yeah, all the time, I would say.
I almost said you'd be naked in the backyard.
You be naked? Yes.
Fritz, you be naked?
Yeah, Fritz loves to be
It's
naked.
just, it's a very comforting thing knowing that, like, I can walk out. I have a fence in the backyard, obviously. It's not, I'm not
You
next
see-
to a school.
Fritz is like, no fence, no hedges, no nothing.
problems. Yeah.
I don't have a fence, so currently cannot be naked in my backyard.
Well, you got a fence coming soon,
Yeah,
right?
maybe
Sure.
late at night, ceiling.
There's also like a condo complex way. If they have, I don't know. I'm good. I'm not gonna be naked.
Just a
back there.
crazy
From the
naked-
news junkie?
A crazy naked man at 2 a.m.
Here we go. A burglary gone wrong in
Sweet
South Beach.
segue.
Check this out. This guy filmed somebody trying to steal his Corvette.
My brother, this is not your car. This is my
Oh,
car.
saw this.
But why are you in my car?
Got locked in, right?
He said, I can't get out. I can't get out. He's locked in because it's a security feature on the car.
No, you can't get out. Cause we calling the cops. What do you mean for what? This is Grand Theft Auto. Y'all don't know what. Are you trying to steal my car? What are you doing?
No, you're not.
What are you
He's
doing?
saying no. He's saying, no, I'm not trying to steal your
No.
car. No.
Just, I was interested in purchasing one.
It's
Yeah,
like, I
was
woke
walking
up,
by.
you see, and I was like, oh, well, what am I doing in this car?
Also ballsy to just get into a Corvette and think you could steal that.
Oh,
He
I was-
jumped.
yeah.
He jumped in the Corvette because he didn't have the keys. He wasn't able to unlock the doors. It's some sort of feature that they have. There's an emergency release somewhere, but he didn't know where it was.
How did he get in?
He just, I don't know, maybe he broke his way in with a Slim Jim or something. I don't know.
No, that has nothing to do with nothing, bro.
He's got a ticket like it's his
Bro,
car.
so just what were you doing in my car?
He's trying to talk to him.
I hope
You
the
can't be
cops are
doing
coming.
that, fam. You can't.
I also have to say, shout out to this man who did not curse once in that video.
Yeah.
Did not curse one time when a person was stealing your Corvette and you
Because
caught
the guy's
them.
locked in the car.
Yeah, the guy's in there.
And he's like, I definitely want the
safe
news
room.
junkie to be able to play the whole
So,
thing without
yeah.
jumping out.
So he can't hit the unlock button. That's part of the feature.
Yeah, you can't unlock
That
it.
seems
weird.
not legal.
There's an emergency release thing that you can do. He said under the seat, but the burglar guy did not know
Yeah,
about
but-
that.
Yeah, I'm with Sealand, though. Like, what if the car flips over and, like, first responders are trying to get people out?
Where did
Yeah,
he
I
get
don't
locked
The
in?
whole point of the emergency release is you should be able to figure out where that is rather quickly.
Yeah, but if you're unconscious, you can't do it, right?
Well, if you're unconscious, you can't even do the regular release.
Right.
Screwed either way.
But
Okay,
at one
It's a
point,
death trap.
at what point, and I'm putting this on the Mo list, this guy finds a dude locked in his car who was trying to steal it. Probably, likely trying to steal it. At what point is he guilty of false imprisonment for not letting the guy out?
Oh, that's a good
I'm gonna put it on the
point.
list. Let's ask Moses. He'll be in this week, I believe. When we return, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Also, I want to try to get to the story about the young girl at Target. It'll
You
make
won't.
sense. Wait till you hear this. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for your Wednesday, we are going to be expecting a good amount of sunshine, at least through the early afternoon. After that, we begin to see shower and storm chances increase and pick up. We're looking at around a 30 to 40% chance of rain today, some of which could have some heavy downpours associated with them. Otherwise, plan for highs right around the low 90s both today and tomorrow, with drier conditions unfolding just in time for the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A secret hoard of 1932 $10 gold Indian coins have been found. These gorgeous 1932 gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you can own a piece of the hoard. When you call, you are guaranteed a 1932 dated gold coin featuring Lady Liberty with an Indian war headdress and a majestic eagle. With limited availability, you must call now. These 1932 dated gold coins are still in uncirculated condition with brilliant luster. That is 92 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-888-201-7635. Call now and you'll receive a free bonus over a $55 value free with every order. Call 1-888-201-7635 now to secure your 1932 $10 gold Indian coins before they sell out. Don't wait. You must act fast. Call now.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Ready to upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows and doors? This September, don't miss out on Renewal by Anderson's exclusive sale. For a limited time, buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Their custom-made windows and doors are designed to keep your home comfortable year-round and reduce your energy bills. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation. Don't just take my word for it, though. Here's what Lisa had to say when she left a review August 12th on Google. We were very pleased with the service we received from Renewal by Anderson. From start to finish, they communicated with us the status of our order. When it came to the install, Thomas and his crew were extremely courteous and professional. They worked hard and answered any questions we had. I highly recommend Renewal by Anderson. You won't be disappointed. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're seeing the unseeable. Using advanced imaging technology, our experts can look deeper into the human body, uncovering the smallest of details that would otherwise go unnoticed, leading to more accurate diagnoses and treatments. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
I never thought much about final expenses until my dad passed away last year. The costs were overwhelming, and it was a tough time for our family. That's when I decided to take control of my own final expense planning. But with my busy schedule, I needed something simple and quick. Then I found the Smart Bunny Insurance app. In just minutes, I secured a final expense insurance policy that fits my needs and budget. No lengthy paperwork, no hassle. Just peace of mind right at my fingertips. I'm relieved knowing my loved ones won't have to worry about the financial burden. If you're looking for an easy way to protect your family's future, I highly recommend the Smart Bunny Insurance app. It's fast, convenient, and the best part is you can get coverage up to $25,000 with policies starting as low as $14 per month. Download the Smart Bunny Insurance app today and take the first step towards your peace of mind.
Insurance sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services, Inc. Underwritten by various insurers. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Get ready for fall road trips with Pep Boys. Shop and save on newly reduced prices on hundreds of tires. Save up to $420 instantly on select Cooper tires. That's up to $300 in savings with buy 3 get the 4th free, plus $120 in savings with free installation. Don't miss this chance to save big. Buy 3 get the 4th free, plus free installation on select Cooper tires. Ends 9/22/24. Tire discount equals the retail price of 1 tire in a purchase set, excluding taxes. Terms and exclusions apply. Visit petboys.com for details.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Tools Ace Hardware is your place for Benjamin Moore paint. They have over 3,500 Benjamin Moore paint colors to choose from. You can also bring in a sample and get a perfect color match to any color you want. Every Tools Ace Hardware has friendly and knowledgeable associates to give you expert advice on your paint project. Plus, Tools Ace Hardware has everything else you need, like brushes, drop cloths, rollers, paint trays, and more. Tools Ace Hardware has 13 convenient locations here in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
Daytona, Pick Your Party's open. Bring your tools and pull quality used auto parts at huge discounts. This Friday the 20th to Sunday the 22nd, take 25% off everything store-wide. Excludes admissions. More info at pyp.com. Pick your part, Daytona. Save big by pulling your own parts.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. A lot to do in a short amount of time here at the end of the show.
Well, Italy was really good. Had a great time.
Hang on. We have to talk about your adventures in Italy.
We don't have time for that, Sean.
Well, we'll work that in throughout the week. We got a lot of days ahead of us here.
Nice. Grazie mille. Scusi?
That's all that you learned?
Yeah. That's all that I learned.
We'll hear some stories, I'm sure, about Italy. Right now, let's see what we got here. Tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Tim says, Sean, I just wanted to tell you how depressed you've made me with your white legs. Each day this goes on, I get deeper and deeper into that depression. Please do something to let the legs live in peace, says Tim. I'm sorry, Tim.
I have here, Sean's legs are so white they make Stevie Wonder squint.
God, I didn't think they were that bad until today. Jesus, man.
Oh, you're
All right.
self-tanner, man.
Sean's legs are so white they think Mos Def is an actor.
Wow.
Quickly, let's get into this. Here's 5 ABC News.
An 18-year-old girl had places to be, and she took it upon herself to get there. This morning, she drove herself to Target. According to police, the girl lives in Bedford and drove to a Target in Bainbridge Township.
Damn!
Has more on
I saw this on the news this morning. I didn't know she drove that far. Holy crap!
How did she remember?
This young girl stole her parents' car or just took the family's SUV. She's 8 years old. She wanted to drive to Target so she could get a deal.
As a missing child report soon turned into a busy day for an 8-year-old at this Target in Aurora.
He did advise the driver appeared to be small in stature, and she should be in that vehicle driving.
The driver was an 8-year-old girl who was originally reported missing along with the family's vehicle, a 2020 Nissan Rogue.
I want to see, is there footage of her cruising in to the parking lot?
I saw this morning that like someone caught her on their dash cam.
Yeah, were there no accidents?
She was like kind of swerving a little bit. But with that length, I mean, she did stop and wait at a traffic light, I imagine, right? And waved to somebody.
Man, she's going to be a great driver.
She said she hit a stop sign on the way there. She admitted to hitting a stop sign. All right, next on the list, Fort Fritz is making its triumphant return. Tell everybody where they can check out the return of Fort Fritz, Fritz.
Fort Fritz is back. There is 3 hours of content right now, 2 episodes and then outtakes, and you can find it on the iHeartRadio app. It's censored. There's bleeps, so you can play it around small children. But then all over YouTube, Spotify, yada, 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 you can find the uncensored versions.
Awesome. Check that out if you love creative radio.
Theater of the mind, baby.
Yeah, you're going to be super into Fort Fritz. Go check that out. Again, we'll get to Sabrina's adventures in Italy throughout this week. And whenever we work those in, we want to hear what happened there. I saw a couple of fun things on your social media that we'll talk about.
I had some very interesting moments for sure.
I'm excited to hear. We'll talk about that maybe in the first hour a little bit tomorrow. Also, the dispatch is all played, and
Great
it's time
job.
now to do the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
Your trusted source for local and long-distance moving. These guys are the best. They are very professional, very efficient, got a lot of stuff moved in a little bit of time, and they'll do the same for you. Anytime, anywhere, they will meet your needs, and you can get a quote at centomoving.com, CENTO moving.com.
They're so good that they moved all of the color from Sean's legs out into another room.
Oh, yeah.
That's a burn.
Rude. How dare you?
That's a burn.
Look at them.
Sean's legs wouldn't know what that's like.
Hey, the only story I'm working in here is that it's National Cheeseburger Day, so go get some deals on cheeseburgers or whatever.
Wow, vested much, dude?
I have a huge stack of stories, but we couldn't get into those, and I don't have a stories that didn't make the cut segment.
Sure.
At least not yet. Now, let's wrap it all up. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Thank you, Fritz, for hanging out with us today. We
Thank
love
you so
We
much.
appreciate you. Always good to have you around. Today I Learned for a Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. Today I Learned this series.
Lost.
The Land Before
Quest
Time.
for it, Frodo.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Bilbo Baggins. I don't
Power
know
of
too
the
many
Rings.
things.
Lord of the
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King won every single Academy Award it was nominated for. No, Lord of the Rings was the correct answer there. With 11 wins, it made history as the highest clean sweep in Oscars history.
That will never happen again.
The one that came out with on Amazon, I don't know if that's the one. Is
Power of the Rings.
Bad.
Yeah.
I did not like it at
And cost
all.
so much money.
Millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then nobody was really rip-roaring happy about
Started watching Handmaid's Tale, though, for the first time.
it. Oh, the final.
You never watched that?
No, I've never. I'm starting from season 1.
Oh, you're going to be
really?
Wowza.
Yeah, because they have here's the problem. Okay, good show.
Under his
fun. But wait till you get to like season 3 or season 4, and then they're doing this one last season. At some point, you
Is
have
the
a
Lord
breaking
not open
point.
anymore?
At some point, you just go. And you slump over, and everybody kind of taps out. That's what I've seen so far.
That's what happens with any dystopian story.
Right. First episode of season 2 blew my mind.
Those episodes are great. Those seasons are great. This band right here.
Come and get your love.
Oh, Redbone.
Redbone's right.
Yeah,
Fritz.
Native American band.
The song Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. They say they're not singing hey in the chorus, they're saying hail. But I don't know about that right here. Is this hail?
Yeah.
It sounds like
Now
hey
I
to me,
can't
but
unhear it.
Now it's hail. That's what they're saying, and now you know. That was a very important tidbit for me to tell you. So there you go.
A great single.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We will see you.